And hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Jim Masters Show Live. Good to have you with us. Boy, it's nice to see all those smiley faces again. We were just together, many of us, about an hour ago, with our matinee afternoon edition when we had the cast of the legendary 2x2 with us here for that very special presentation they're going to be doing to support the Actors Fund. We had several of the cast members and crew and Tony-winning guests and so much more on our show. If you didn't see that episode, it was on live at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Today, we did an afternoon holiday edition of the Jim Masters Show Live. And now we're doing an evening edition. And boy, do we have some exciting news to tell you. Our very special guest, who's a return guest. Some of our guests have been returning to the show to celebrate the holidays with me and with you and all of us here at Lacie Hall on the Jim Masters Show Live. Lacie Carpenter is here, the brilliant fiddler, violinist, author, and so much more. And she's going to be debuting exclusively on our show. It's the world premiere. Yet again, another world premiere on the Jim Masters Show Live. She wrote a song for all of us for the show. That's right. A wonderful Christmas song. And she wrote it, penned it. She has it all ready to go. And she's going to share it tonight exclusively right here on the Jim Masters Show Live for all of the Lacies and for me. That is really cool. She just told me that seconds ago that, hey, Jim, by the way, when I was coming back on the show, I got to work real quick and I wrote a Christmas song for you and the show and for the Lacies. So that's coming up, plus lots of other music. This is a holiday merriment and cheer episode. We're going to have a good time. Join us, fill those glasses, get those Christmas cookies going, and enjoy the holidays with us. We've been doing a host of holiday-themed episodes all month long here on our show with some of the returning favorites, as well as new guests as well. And we've been singing along and cheering and sharing stories and really having a grand time, putting smiles on people's faces, which is what I like to do as your host here on the Jim Masters Show Live. If you're joining us for the first time, we have been doing this for about 40 weeks now, every single day, just about every single day, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Sometimes we've done 2 live full episodes of the Jim Masters Show Live. I mean, I'm talking about episodes that aren't 20 minutes, episodes that are full-length broadcasts like a television show that we've been producing and hosting for you here. And it's been really cool to do it and a lot of fun. And so many of you have been writing and sending in some beautiful comments. Everybody's telling everybody. We have so many new people watching the show. Some of you watch live and comment. Many of you just sit back and watch and enjoy, and we see the views later on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV, on Facebook at Jim Masters TV. Matter of fact, there was this wonderful guest we had on about a week or so ago, and he sent me at 1 a.m. last night a very special note forwarded to me from one of the viewers who was watching our show for the first time when he was on as the guest. And she is a musical person herself and a collaborator with him. He's a musical genius. And she was saying that when she was watching the show, she absolutely loved the conversation we had with the guest. She couldn't believe all the love that the show offered and all the Lacies. But also she said that she hadn't been that relaxed and at ease, and she couldn't remember how long ago when she was. She was so relaxed and at ease watching our show. And she actually told him, and he forwarded to me, that Jim is the Mr. Rogers for grown-ups. I think that's really cool, you know, having grown up with Mr. Rogers and my affiliation with public television for years. And of course, Fred Rogers, national treasure in so many different ways. But it's not the first time I've actually been hearing that with this show, but she actually wrote that to him and he forwarded to me that she said I was I'm the Mr. Rogers for the grown-ups. I guess creating a space of trust and comfort and levity and good times and authenticity. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So we've been getting a lot of comments like that from viewers and from guests and people in the industry, people who are sampling the show, watching the show and really liking it, getting something out of it. And it's really been exceeding my wildest dreams, and I'm absolutely loving it. So thank you very much. How does this show grow? You continue to tell everybody about our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. If you haven't subscribed, we would love it if you subscribe to that channel, Jim Masters TV, and share the lovity. Like the Facebook page, Jim Masters TV, Instagram, Twitter, all Jim Masters TV, but especially that YouTube channel and the Facebook page. That would be great. We're welcoming everybody who's watching right now on our YouTube channel. We're over 210, 220 episodes of our series are available for on-demand viewing whenever you want. Some amazing conversations, guests, on location segments, and so much more. We've done a lot of cool things together since we launched this show about 40 weeks ago, nonstop, day after day, and it's a true blessing. I toast all of you in style tonight with our fancy glass here. I always feel like maybe I'm a pastor or a priest, the way I sort of do this. I don't know. It is the holiday season, so it's very apropos. But I toast you and you and you and you. We welcome you to the Jim Masters Show live. Very delicious. Looks like something expensive, fancy, and wild, right? In that fancy glass. All it is Adam and Eve juice. It's like a cranberry juice, and boy, is it good. Low sugar and just delicious. So all these people I mentioned, they should be sponsors of the show. Good to have you with us, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. If you were with us for our earlier episode, that is awesome. If you weren't, you can definitely see it on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy New Year. Happy season of love and joy and positivity. And boy, have we not needed that this year, huh? Positivity and inspiration. Hopefully this show is providing a sense of that for you. And we thank you for joining us on what is our entertainment lifestyle talk show series. I do this work professionally as a television, radio presenter, host, personality, actor, journalist, writer, producer, stage MC, and all the rest. And 40 weeks ago, we decided to put this show together. We, of course, wish you a very Merry Christmas and all the beauty of the new year and all the happiness of the new year from myself and all of us here at the Jim Masters Show. Special guest, Lacie Carpenter, coming to us live and direct from Tennessee. We're so happy to have her here. She is a brilliant violinist, an amazing person inside and out. And what she can do with instruments, especially the violin, is extraordinary. We're excited to have her here. We're excited to have you here. Let's welcome quickly some of our lovely viewers from around the world. Christine says, holiday greetings, Jim and lovely friends. We welcome back double lovely violinist Lacie Carpenter to the show tonight. Lots of holiday cheer, music, merriment is coming soon to Lovely Hall. You know it. And of course, we welcome all the lovelies on Facebook and all the lovelies on YouTube watching as well. And it's nice to see Maureen back on the show, hitting the archives. That's right. If you miss anything, make sure you see everything in the archives. All those shows are there. And you're back, Bernadette, for show number 2 today. Welcome back. Maureen says, I'm so glad to be back in Lovely Hall this evening to welcome Lacie and have some good conversation and great music. She's going to debut a special song just for the Jim Masters Show live. Good to see you, Maureen. Good evening, Jim and lovelies. You missed the early show. No problem. It was a cool one. You can watch it on our YouTube channel. Absolutely. Watch it tomorrow while baking. And Tesla Bella is here. Hi again, Mr. Levity and all the lovelies. Thank you very much for joining us for show number 2, my friend Tess. We love when you are here. Willie is back from Holland. We are back. Hello, Jim and lovelies. Good to see you, Willie. Mary Bishop in Florida. Hello, Jim and lovely friends. Good to see you. Hi, Jim. Hi, everyone from Jill Jason. And good to see you, Jill. Welcome, Lacie, to Lovely Hall. Been looking forward to this all day. Kathleen Walker, New York City. Hi, Jim. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone is well. Absolutely. We're having a great time. We are in a full holiday mode here at the Jim Masters Show live. And hopefully you guys are as well. Just so many wonderful comments coming in here. We love this. Thanks for all these terrific comments, gang. You guys are the best. Merlin is here. Hi, Jim and all the lovelies. Hey, Merlin, I don't know if you saw the show on Sunday, but we had that brilliant Canadian singer and songwriter extraordinaire, Luke McMaster, was on the show, and he performed live. He's in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Check that episode out on our YouTube channel. I think you'd love it. Good to see you there in Canada and Ontario. And of course, Kathleen Walker in New York City. Good to see you, Kathleen. Juanita in South Africa. Hello, Jim and everyone. Good to see you, Juanita. Marilyn Hammond is here. Hi, Jim and all our lovelies from Wichita, Kansas. and all the rest. Everybody's saying hello to everybody, and I think that is fantastic. I honestly feel like I'm spending time with family. I just love Jim and all the lovelies. We love you back. And from South America and Brazil, wonderful Carla is here as well, part of Lovity Hall. Good evening, Jim and gang. Good to have you here as well. We love having you on our show. And we got tulips from Willie and hello from Christopher and so much more. So many great people here tonight with us live. And again, Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers was a very famous children's television show host in America on PBS, a very beloved national treasure and a phenomenal TV host, Mr. Rogers. He's Fred Rogers. If you Google him, you'll see so much about him, Willie. Really an amazing person. Jill, yes, I commented on your post. Congratulations, your show is magic. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Time for some music, time for some levity and lovity with my great friend and yours, Lacie Carpenter, who's joining us right now, and we're so excited to have her here. Lacie, welcome to the Jim Masters Show Live. Happy holidays, my friend. And how are you? Welcome.
I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me again.
Lovity, right? It's all about lovity.
Yes, absolutely.
I love your hat and I love your setting. It almost looks like you're in a ski chalet with your sweater. We both got the nice sort of like warm and toasty holiday ski looking sweaters on tonight.
We do. We're styling.
Aren't we? Aren't we? You got the guitar. You got the guitar ready to go. How have you been, my friend, since we had you on the show in the early fall? I'm so glad that you were able to pop on and join us once again, now especially at holiday time. So great to have you here. How have you been since we chatted last?
Been doing well, just trying to chug along, trying to teach a lot, which is thankfully I can teach right now during this COVID time. And, I've been working on music, thankfully, with my producer, and been writing books, writing more songs, and just going along, just enjoying life as I can.
Yes. Now that's exciting. I wanted to really share that with the audience because you and I were talking about that before we went live. Some really amazing things have happened since we chatted last, and that's involving the children's book series, right? And January 2021 is going to be a really cool month for you. Tell us about that and congratulations.
Thank you. Well, one of my teammates, Thornton Klein, and we got signed to Intense Publications, which is actually out of Dallas, Texas, and they loved our idea for a book based on a teacher and her crazy wild times of 40 years of teaching in Tennessee. And it's called Miss P, Who Stole My Keys? That's the second one, actually. It comes out January 29th in print, but if you're looking for an ebook, it doesn't have all of the drawings and illustrations, but it's on intensepublications.com already for $4.99. But
nice.
If you are wanting a print with all the amazing illustrations, January 29th, it will be in all the stores and online. And there will be 29 more books in the series every January and every August for the kids to have a new book for the semester.
Oh boy, congratulations. That's really cool. I know you've been really, excited about that. And that's something that I know is you've been working on that for a long time. And that just happened recently as well, which is cool. Good way to begin the year. And your students, the students have been sort of on a little bit of a pause because of everything, but they'll be back in the swing of things in January as well, right?
Yes. Well, at least for my schools, I think there's a few schools that are still doing hybrid in Tennessee, but the rest of us, my wonderful, small, tiny private school is full back. Everything's back.
That's
So
amazing. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And you've been busy a little bit later, or you've got a fantastic song that you're going to share with us, a brand new
yeah.
song that you wrote for our show, which we think is really, really beautiful and very generous and really, really cool. But you've been busy with music as well, right, my friend?
Yes, and not a lot of performing, but I do have
Yeah.
two songs that I'm working on with my producer, and there'll be two individual singles. Very, I guess, pop Americana, different vibe than my last album. And it's exciting. One is called More to Give. And that's the one that's probably will be out first. And that is going to be just incredible. I cannot wait. And the other one is more of an anthem song, but orchestration and sort of more, I guess, classic, timely, very timely song. I won't. I'll leave it at that. It's very
Mhm.
timely.
Just a
So
little bit of a tease, a little bit of a
yes,
tease. So
yes.
they'll be able to check everything out. I just want to show you some of the levity that is pouring into Levity Hall here from all of our friends around the world, our faithful Levity viewers. Bernadette saying, "Love your hat, Lacie."
Oh, thank you.
And Christine Clifton says, "Welcome back, Lacie. So happy you can join us during the holidays, bringing us cheer and more terrific music," from Christine Clifton in North Carolina.
Oh, thank you, Christine.
Kathleen in New York City says, "Congrats, Lacie, on all of the cool things, of course, that are happening for you as well."
Thank
Tina
you.
says, "Hi, Lacie, sending good cheer from the Pocono
Oh,
Mountains in
ooh,
Pennsylvania. Good to see you as well,
wow.
Tina." And she probably has a lot of snow where she is
That's
too.
what I was about to say.
Tiffany Moore, of course, you know, our
Hey,
mutual
Tiffany.
friend. Yeah, in Chicago there. Another brilliant fiddler and violinist. Was also a guest on the show as well, known as Tiffany Lauren. Good evening,
Mhm.
Jim and Lacie. Good to see you as well, my friend. And hi, Lovities, she says. Merlin in Canada says, "Welcome, Lacie, to Lovity Hall." And she's got some Santa Clauses in there. She's got some Christmas trees going from Canada. Really cool. Juanita, South Africa, welcome to the show, Lacie. And that's great to have her here. Willie in
Yes.
Holland saying, "Welcome, Lacie. Glad that you are here." And welcome, Lacie, as well. Now, we say fiddler and violinist, but you're really a multi instrumentalist because you play
Mhm.
more than one instrument. Welcome, Lacie, from Renee in Iowa, which is
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Claudia says, "Hello, everyone, and Merry Christmas." Jill Jason, welcome, Lacie.
Thank
Kathleen,
you, June.
hi, Lacie. Welcome back. Mary Bishop in Florida, welcome, Lacie. Great to have you back. Awesome. We love all this levity here. And Sherry says, "Hello again, Jim and Lovities. Good to see you, Sherry." And Christine, hello again to all Lovities joining the show this evening in Levity Hall, which is a hall that gives us an at-home levity feeling. And Tina says, "Hope Santa brings you lots of goodies this year, Jim." Thank
Mhm.
you very much, Tina. I appreciate that. And welcome back, Lacie, to Levity Hall from
You.
Bernadette. And Tina says, "Hi, Jim and Lovities. Merry Christmas, love and light to all." Bernie Oscom in Iowa says, "Hi, guys. Merry Christmas to you as well, Bernie. Good to have you here as well." Good stuff. Nice welcomes coming in here. And
Yeah.
feel free to keep posting and saying hello, everybody. Christopher says, "Hi, Lacie from Sylvania, Ohio."
Ooh,
Kathy
wow.
Short, Cleveland, Ohio. "Welcome, Lacie Nights, to have you here tonight." Cool stuff, huh? When you get all this,
Oh, so
all
much
this.
love. That's why I love being on your show, Jim. So much love.
That's what it's all about, right? That's what it's all about.
Yes.
So for the holidays, a lot of people aren't really traveling. They're staying, sort of close to home to
Mm.
be safe, because we are in a tough time now with everything going on, and God willing, everything will get better. We're working towards that, of course. But you're going to be there, pretty much in Tennessee with your family, and just laying low and enjoying a quiet Christmas with the family, right?
So I just actually drove to Texas to be with my mom.
You're in
So
Texas now.
yes, I'm in Texas right now for a little break, but just hanging around and baking, and that's what we enjoy doing, and pushing my YouTube videos and baking and spin along. That's about it. So yeah, just my mom and me, and just chilling.
What part of Texas are you at?
East Texas. So it's
So it's
about like
Dallas or Houston?
deeper than that. It's in
Oh, the
Tyler,
deep.
Texas.
Oh, Tyler, yeah, sure,
Yeah, home of
absolutely,
the
yeah.
roses.
That's right. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
That is funny, that is funny. And, I think it's really cool that you go back to see the family and spend time with the family while you can, because that's you were, of course, are based in Nashville, and some
Yeah.
really cool things have been happening for you in Nashville, and everybody's doing okay. The family's all right. Everybody's
Yes.
hanging in there with all
Everybody's
this.
good. Yes. Just again, just chugging along, trying to dig in, dig out, and just doing what we can. But very grateful that we've been able to work,
Yeah,
and that's. I mean, I haven't been able to perform live, but I can still teach, and that has, my mom's plan of have a plan A through Z really comes in handy when there's a pandemic.
yeah, yes, yeah. Always have that backup plan and have that plan B ready, right? Because you never
Yes,
know when any of us need it, right?
right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I love teaching, I do, but my passion is performing, and I do miss performing, but I miss the people. I miss that chemistry between an audience and the band, and I miss that. But it will be back, and we will all be back live soon, hopefully.
Absolutely right. Absolutely. And that's the positive spirit. I mean, you've always tried to remain positive all the time, right, Lacie? And that's the
I
key.
do. I do. I try to remain positive because if I let myself, I could go down real fast.
All of
But
us. Yeah.
I think that's all of us right now. Exactly. It's so hard right now. It's difficult, and but you see, you have to like look around you and find five things. That's what I always tell my students. You find five things that are beautiful to you. It might be your TV. That's your beautiful, that's beautiful to you, or a flower, or your mom, or a lamp, or just a piece of paper. What's beautiful to you? Find five things, and then you're automatically a lot more positive. So the glass is full with water, at least it's full with something. It can't be half full or half empty. At least it has the water in it. So that's how I have
Exactly.
to think.
That's a beautiful way to put it, my friend. What are five things for you that come to mind that are blessings?
Oh, right now, just around me, of course, my mom. My mom's sitting here chilling, watching me do this. My Christmas tree, and I'm not sure if you can see it. There it is. You can see part of it. It's one of my many Christmas trees, but it has so many of my old and new um, ornaments. And some of them have been given to me by my students and past teachers. And if you can see this little angel right here, I'll try to get it up here. My little violin angel here, and my horse and carriage. And everything on this tree means a lot to me. So that's another thing. So that's two. Three, oh, my guitar. Four, my violin. And five, oh, you know what? I am grateful for my sparkling grape juice. I am grateful for my sparkling grape juice. We all need some grape juice.
Yes, and let's toast.
Yes.
Toast. Merry
Toast.
Christmas. Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
That's what I have too.
Ah,
Mm, it's nice and refreshing. And of
isn't
course,
it?
it really is. And
Right?
the best of health too, the health of the family and
And the
everybody.
health, yes. I think of the health, always, but then I think what's around me, physically. and but yeah, it
Absolutely.
just
So you have a
it's
couple of trees around the house then, you said, huh?
I do several of them. There's the big one is in the bar room, and this is my little one. And there's just trees everywhere. So I love Christmas, and it's one of my favorite holidays. I have to say, Halloween is tops number one. I don't know why. I guess I love to dress up,
Yeah.
and I love to give out candy, but I think because the main reason is because of my baking. Baking, I love to do all the baking for Halloween, and then second it's Christmas. Even though I cook savory things in Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
my birthday fell on Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, did it really?
So, right on it. So
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. I didn't want to bake so much, because my mom got me a cake and all the stuff. But so I went more savory with my baking or cooking for Thanksgiving, and then all the sweets for Christmas.
Very, very nice. So what kinds of things are you known for baking, Lacie Carpenter?
Chocolates. And if people have been watching my new and improved YouTube channel, it has one of my third video has it's called Making Music and Chocolates, and it shows you how I've made truffles as well as, oh goodness, those little hot cocoa bombs, but I did them as Christmas trees instead of just the regular round ones.
Yeah.
And so anything chocolate is one of my favorite. Next week, homemade gumdrops.
Wow.
Yeah, my
Now,
favorite.
is that difficult to make?
No, super simple. You get your clear gelatin and then any flavors that you want. It's like my recipe, when I see a recipe, I'm going, I do that and make it better, and I just do,
right.
But it calls for cherry, but cherry's okay, but I love me some watermelon, and I love, grape and lime and lemon and all these really fresh things. And plus, then you don't have to put in any extra food coloring. And yeah, so you want to cut down on all those extra things. If you make them homemade, it's so much better. But the chocolates are what I'm known for.
This is a foodie crowd here, and I see some of them already making some comments here. You're getting them hungry, and there's a lot of baking. Sherry Schoenlein loves your hat, and she says, I definitely need to get a hat like yours, Lacie. The students on my bus would love it. I wore my Santa hat today. The dollar store. That's
$1.
$1. I love that. I wore my Santa hat today when I passed out their Christmas gifts, but it would have been wonderful to have one like yours. So you've got the green front, and what is there, like a whole glittery red?
It's all glittery right here. It's all sequined, and then it has a little bell.
Very cool. Very cool. Love it.
Yeah.
Tina says, yum, love gumdrops. So festive. Oh boy.
Yes.
I remember as a kid, we used to have popcorn balls and ribbon candy and all these things that you don't see as much anymore. People don't. But in my family, Christmas is still a big thing where there's all these cookies, all these pies, all these different, and and then the whole meal happens. But then later on, like 10 o'clock, everybody's pulling some of the leftovers out and making sandwiches. And then I believe some of the turkey that's left over ends up like the next day or day after in like a big creamy turkey soup or something,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I usually make soups for Thanksgiving as well as Christmas, and because I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat the turkey, and I don't, but.
How long ago did you decide to do vegetarian?
About 5 years ago.
Was that tough? I have two friends that are vegetarian as well, and I've toyed with it. But was it a tough choice? Do you miss certain things, or you don't know?
No, I really didn't like meat to begin with. It just for some reason made me feel, I guess, like every time I ate it, it made me feel gross. And so I went by how it made me feel, and I just stopped. I stopped, and I never have looked back. Now occasionally I'll smell, grilled meat or something. I'm like, not gonna lie, I like the smell, but I really don't miss it. It's not difficult. Now, I do say if you were trying to, I guess, transition, do it easily. Take out the one thing that you really don't like first and do that for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
Just not eat that one thing for like 3 or 4 weeks. See how you feel.
So for you, what was that first thing?
It was just hamburgers, you know, because I didn't really like it anyway.
Right.
But the hardest was bacon.
And that is a tough one because especially when it's cooking, the aroma that it gives off is like, yeah.
I had my own cast iron engraved bacon press. I mean, I was
full on. You were full on.
Full on. It has Carpenter's kitchen on it and all the things.
So what did you do? Give it to Goodwill or Salvation Army or
no,
something?
I still have it. It's a great decoration.
Yes, right.
I'm sure I could like make something else with it, but I don't know. It's great in the kitchen. It just looks beautiful.
It looks nice, exactly. But when bacon is being made around you, do you get a craving a little bit?
A little bit, not yeah. To be honest, yes. But then I realized how it made me feel after I ate it. Yeah. And I was going, a little greasy, you know. But I went off of how meat makes me feel instead of not just, you know, oh, it's all the animal, you know, and I love the animals. I love animals. I can't, now I'm going, oh, you can't, don't shoot a dog, no.
Right,
you know,
right.
I'm from Texas. I'm in the deep South. Everybody hunts. And I'm going, no, don't do that.
Yeah, right.
But, you know, if you want to hunt, you know, go for it. That's fine. That's up to you. If you want to eat meat, go for it. But it's just, for me, makes me feel a little, ugh.
So exactly. So you stick with the cookies and then the other goodies, right? The chocolate, the mashed potatoes. That's
the chocolate. Yeah. Yes. The breads. Oh, the breads. I'm not vegan, so I will have dairy. I will have eggs. So I don't. You know, I'm not full 100% vegan. I do like my cheese.
Yeah, I do too. Cheese is a weakness for me. I got that from my mother. My mother loves cheese as well. Cheese is a real something that if there's cheese in the house, it doesn't last very long. Cookies don't either, but cheese especially. I just always had a thing for cheese, all kinds of cheeses too. I'm very open to whatever cheese. And matter of fact, I had a big, in between the two shows, I had a huge turkey and provolone cheese, lettuce, a little pepper, a little tomato, a little mayonnaise on a nice big roll, not a roll, but well, in New York, they would call it a hero. In New England, they call it a grinder. I think in Philly, they call it a sub or a hoagie. But you know, like one of those big, like submarine sandwich type things. I had one of those with the provolone cheese with the turkey. I know the turkey, not for you, but still but that provolone cheese.
Bread.
So you like a good grilled cheese sandwich?
Oh, yes. With smoked Gouda. That's my favorite.
Now you got Renee and I got crackers and different cheeses for Christmas Eve. All right, pack up. We're heading to Iowa.
Exactly. Let's go.
Cheese served with fruit and crackers. Yummy.
Yes.
Bernadette says bacon is a favorite here as well. Otherwise, we girls here would be vegetarian, but definitely not my meat and potatoes husband. My daughters were told to eat chicken because she got immune deficiency from not getting enough protein. So what do you do for the protein? Peanut butter or?
There's so much out there now. Plant-based protein, you can get it frozen, you can put it in a smoothie. I do everything with Gardein as well as Garden Burger. Beyond Meat is wonderful, but you know, just eat some not all lettuce, but spinach. If you have about, I guess, 3 cups of lettuce, not lettuce, goodness, spinach, I say every 2 days, you're going to have your iron, you're going to have your protein, you're going to have all of that, and you're going to feel better too. My doctor told me that I shouldn't be vegetarian as well because of my iron. And then I went back because I was actually vegan from the time I was 8 to 16. And my doctor was like, no, you need to have meat in your diet. Now, after trying to eat meat after, from 16 to a little bit later, I'm done. I feel so much better not eating meat and just making sure I have my protein and my iron. And, have a 1-a-day vitamin as well.
Yeah. I do that.
Just a little gummy, but if you're not, because I don't like to take pills, there's all these gummies now, and chew it up. I also encourage apple cider vinegar gummies, and I take Goli, but you just start to feel better when you make sure you have your vitamins and you eat a cleaner diet. That doesn't mean vegetarian or vegan, but just a cleaner diet.
Exactly.
Right. Eat clean, I say.
Right. Exactly right. I got you on that. Absolutely. My friend Bernadette says for protein, we do peanut butter and fish. That's good. Carla in beautiful Brazil says, agreed, Jim, provolone is one of my favorite. Wow. Yummy. Yeah. Tina asks, do you eat fish or seafood at all?
If I feel the need to, if my body is saying, Lacie, you need to have a little bit more protein than a vegetable, I do keep on hand tuna.
And you love it, don't you?
It's okay. It's not my favorite. Or some sardines.
Sardines. I actually like sardines. My father has always liked sardines, and I have grown to enjoy sardines myself. Yeah, do you like sardines?
I do, but they're a little salty for my taste. So, but I always feel like I need some extra. I pop open a tin of sardines and mustard sauce and go for it.
Right. Exactly. And Harrison is here and from Southern California. Good to see you. Wow. And everyone, glad to finally be here live. Nice to have you here. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. Appy says, Happy. Bernadette says apple cider vinegar, and we use that for our singers' voices here. Is there anything you use for vocal? Like, of course, we know as vocal people ourselves, we don't have any milk products, dairy products before you have to sing or speak. Like, I'll try not to have any dairy before I go on the air in my professional work or even doing this show, because it's just not good for you. The phlegm and everything, yeah. Yeah, for me, I used to. Now, this is back in the first go around college days. I used to have half a banana because it helps the nerve endings in the tips of our fingers, among other things. But bananas are very good right before you perform. Now, not for your voice, but for my voice, I usually have what I call a medicine ball. You can buy it at Starbucks, but it really is just like some peach tea and some jade citrus mint tea. It's peach tranquility and jade citrus mint. And then you put some lemonade. I like Simply lemonade, and you heat it up in the microwave. Then you put some honey, stir that up real nice, and put your 2 teas in there. And then you pour the hot water over it. Let it steep for about 2 minutes, because you got that lemonade and the honey already in there. And that is amazing for the voice. At least it is for my voice. But primarily being a fiddler, I usually go for the bananas. But when I'm singing and I feel, especially in the winter time with a bunch of unnatural heat coming out from the vents,
that wreaks havoc on my voice. And that tea has really done wonders. Also, to what I go for to stop a post-nasal drip, and if I know some of you out there probably have that, tea tree oil mixed with olive oil, about 3 drops to 5 drops, 5 drops being the olive oil, 3 drops being the tea tree oil. Put some on a cotton ball, stick it in your ear. You can have it, do it for overnight. And I'm telling you, it will stop your post-nasal drip. And it has just been a miracle worker for me. So that's what I do for all the stuff. But I go for natural remedies. I try not to take any medicine. Medicine makes me all,
Now, we didn't put it in our promos or anything, gang, but did you think that you would learn a remedy for post-nasal drip from Lacie tonight? I mean, like I said, this show has everything. We're not the same thing every night. We have everything to make your life happier, more inspired, easier, more fun. And now we have lifted your load, literally, with a antidote to post-nasal drip. You are a fountain of information, my friend.
I try.
Post-nasal drip is not a good thing, actually, if you are, for anybody, but especially if you're a vocalist, because you have the throat situation that creates sore throats and dry throat and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
The weather in Tennessee, the weather in Texas, any sort of an adjustment for you weather-wise?
Well, it was nasty and rainy and gross and cold when I was in Nashville. And driving through all of that rain, it finally stopped raining, I guess, in Arkansas, that Little Rock. And then it was finally getting warm and the sun came out, and then it got dark because, how the sun goes down. But it has been warm and sunny here. It went up to 70.
Did it really?
70. I loved it.
Oh, boy.
But I'm not a big fan of like freezing cold, rainy weather. Cold and sunny, beautiful. Cold and rainy, not a fan.
Not a fan, right? Exactly. Well, we had we had almost 15 inches of snow here about 5-6 days ago, maybe, or over the weekend. So it's all the roads are clear, so it's beautiful on the grass.
Mm-hmm.
It's just on the grass and the shrubs. So right now, with it being the holiday season, I mean, it really looks very picturesque and very, beautiful northeast, and it just really looks Hallmark card, Norman Rockwell. It's like, well, we've got a big storm coming on Christmas Day, actually. That's coming across the country. It's supposed to be heavy wind, heavy rain on Christmas.
Oh, no.
So Santa better get those presents delivered extra early on Christmas Eve. That's for sure. Huh?
Yep.
Speaking of that, my friend, do you have any special memories growing up from your childhood of Christmases past?
Oh my goodness. I knew you were going to ask that, so I was thinking. I have so many. I think my favorite one when I was about 3 or 4, but I was living in Dallas at the time, and this house had like a little window up in the ceiling. What are those things called? I don't even remember. But my mom had gotten a neighbor to come in and like be Rudolph. And I saw the red shiny nose.
Oh, that's like a skylight type of thing, right?
Skylight. That's what it is.
That's right.
I songwrite, but I can't think of words,
I'm here to help.
Thank you. And my mom had gotten someone to be Rudolph, and I saw the shiny red nose, and I went, oh! And at the wall, because we were near the bathroom area, I went, pretending I was asleep on the wall, because I knew Santa would not come unless I was asleep. And since Rudolph was there, I knew Santa was there. And I
Mm-hmm.
better get to sleep. So
Yes.
that's probably one of my favorite memories.
How about gifts that came your way that you had always
Hmm.
wanted, and like some favorite gifts that you got that stood out in your childhood?
My childhood. I think my better gifts all came when I was, really begging for different instruments. But
What was the
my
very
mom,
first one you got?
oh well, a piano when I
Not
was
a bad one.
4. Yeah,
The little,
not
the
a
little,
big one, but a
the,
little one, like
the little
Charlie Brown.
the toy type thing.
Yeah,
I
well, it
had
was
that
not
too.
to his baby's baby grand piano.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was like a baby grand, but it was a baby, just like what is his name, Linus on Charlie
Linus,
Brown.
right?
But then she gave me a toy violin,
Was it
and I
Linus or
was
was it
done.
Schroeder? Schroeder?
Schroeder, Schroeder,
Was
he was
Linus?
on Charlie Brown.
Yeah, was Linus?
Everybody,
Who was the one that had the dirt and clouds around him? One
I
had
don't
the dirt and
remember.
the fog around him. One had the blanket with him.
Right,
I think the pianist was Schroeder, right?
Schroeder.
I think it was Schroeder. I think,
Maybe one of the Levities will know.
yes, I think the pianist on Charlie Brown was Schroeder. Oh,
Schroeder.
and the one with the clouds around him was Pigpen. And I
Oh,
think
true.
Linus is
Pigpen.
the one with the
Blanket.
blanket. He can't get rid of the
Okay.
blanket. I think Schroeder is the one.
The piano. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, what a cool
Schroeder.
gift.
Yeah, but then I was really kind of done with piano, and because then she gave me a toy violin, and it was done. I was like, I'm a violinist right now.
So the violin took over, huh?
Violin took over just when I was a kid.
What
Yeah.
was it about the violin? Because that's not the easiest. I mentioned on the last time you were on, I took it in school as a kid, but it's not necessarily one of the easiest instruments to master. Was it that? Was it the look of it, the sound of it, the feel of it, the challenge of it? Maybe a little of all the above for
A
you?
little of all of it, but I really think it was just like I knew that I was born to play the violin. Like I knew music was my calling. I knew that like God told me that I should be a musician. Like that is just like I knew as a 5-year-old, I knew. And I guess because like in a child's mind, that's just you either know what you're going to do for the rest of your life,
Yeah.
or it takes a little longer. And you know what? It's okay to take a little longer because
Right.
I'm still growing and changing. And, if I ever grow up, I'll still just be a musician. So will I ever grow up? I don't think so.
You don't have to. You don't have to, right?
No, I don't
Always,
think so.
always nurture that inner child, right?
Yeah, I think that's how we, are creative.
I agree. Right.
We can see things from a different perspective instead of just the adult daily grind of things.
Exactly. You need the balance. You definitely need the balance. And even though considered a professional in my industry, you do have to be a kid from time to time too, don't you?
Yes. Yes. I think I have something similar to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
you could be very professional and still have your fixes.
Yes. You gotta.
That's so, and that actually was a childhood toy too. Yeah, Matchbox cars, baseball cards, all the cool stuff. The very first glove, but I had an organ too. I got an organ I think when I was about 12 years, 13 years old. The organ, then the guitar, and yeah, those are fun to get things like that. Instruments like that. Never had a drum set. Did you ever have any of that?
No, I cannot play. I tried. Even in college, when we were forced to be in percussion methods, he gave me a B, and I said, the thing is, I'm not a drummer. I don't even understand it. The process of using my legs and my hands, and then some people do that and sing. I'm not that coordinated.
Right.
I can't do it. He gave me a B, and I was like, but what about an A for effort? And he said, that starts with E. He wasn't really fun.
Not necessarily, right?
Yeah, he didn't have the greatest of personality.
Yeah. So, some music I know you want to play, and you have your guitar. Tell us about the beautiful guitar that you have there, Lacie.
Well, this is my Taylor, my beautiful Taylor. It is a 1989, and it is no longer being made. This style is no longer being made. If you can see it, I'll bring it up there. Has the mother of pearl all over it, and her name is Sparkles because, as you can tell, she sparkles. It is a used guitar, and I picked it up over at Action Sound in Hawkins, Texas. I was looking at all of his wonderful instruments one day. I needed to upgrade my guitar, and I fell in love with this Taylor. And Kelly Barber, the owner of Action Sound, goes, "What's that guitar doing in here? That's Chip's." And so he calls Chip, and Chip reminded him that he had had a mechanical accident, and he had unfortunately cut off the tips of his fingers and needed to turn in his guitar and buy a new one with a thinner neck. And that's how I got this guitar, and it is my baby. It is just my joy, and it is just sounds so beautiful. And any other guitar that I have ever tried, except for a Martin 55, I believe,
Yeah.
doesn't even compare to this guitar. And let's see if you can see right there, it is worn out, right? If I'm like pointing wrong, right there, you can see where it's completely worn, and that's not all me. That was also Chip, but always, it's a big inspiration to me, and I can't find anything remotely close to how it sounds or how it feels.
I've asked people who have instruments, also people who have written books where they have, or plays or anything where they have characters that they've created, if they feel that whether it's the instrument or whether it's the characters that they've created in their movie, their book, their play, whatever it is, if they feel very attached to them and they almost feel like it's their child. Do you feel that way with the violin and the guitar? Like you nurture them, you take care of them, you worry about them, you take care of them like they're children.
You do. They're your babies, and if something happens, you're freaking out. I know I have like super high anxiety and about my violin, especially about my violin. And when I'm having to fly with both instruments, usually I'm good with my guitar because I have a very, very good flight case, and I can do it. What is it called? When you leave it right by the gate.
Oh yeah, right.
And I feel okay about it, and they know me usually in Nashville specifically, and they'll go, "Oh yeah, it's Lacie," and they're really good. But my violin, sometimes they give me trouble with it, and unfortunately, and I'm going, but my violin, this is a flight case. I have been flying for over 10 years with this violin, and not the violin, that particular violin, but with that violin case. And, LA is actually the one that usually gives me the most trouble.
LAX,
Yeah, unfortunately. But I always carry papers with me saying it's against the law to tell me no, especially because the violin does fit in the upper compartments.
Yeah.
All the measurements are correct.
Yeah.
The weight is correct. And
so they don't even want to let you put it up in the upper bins?
Mm-mm.
They're afraid of the shape of it?
I guess they think it's going to take too much room.
Yeah.
But I always tell them it's not going to take too much room. I'll go on last. I don't care, as long as there's a space for it, and nobody just jams their suitcase, carry-on right up against it. And I've had to say, hey, that's my violin. You know, I'll just stand up, and you have to take care of your children, and those are my children. And
Yeah.
you have to be their advocate.
Yeah, you really, really do. Otherwise, forget about it. It's just sort of,
Right.
you know, you don't want it thrown around or tossed around, or, you know, like it's just another piece of luggage, because it's something,
Exactly.
it's a big investment. I mean, these are costly, you know, handcrafted items that are part of your toolkit. These are the things you use to express yourself, these instruments. So,
Right.
you know, it's almost like being a doctor, and if you're taking you know, the scalpel away, or the blood pressure monitor, and that could be a problem.
Yeah. Big problem, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. So did you want to play something for us, to get us
Sure.
going? And Eileen is here from Australia.
Oh,
We love it.
wow.
Oh, we love this. We love when she says ripper. Hi, Jim and Lacie, wishing you a very Merry Christmas. Have a ripper and lovely one from down under. Love the guitar. Also to all viewers, may all be safe. God bless. And it's in the morning time for her in
Wow.
Australia. So we say good day and good morning. She's been following me for years on the Facebook page at Jim Masters TV, and watches our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. And so great to have her here live in Australia. Wonderful, Eileen. All the blessings. And I love how she said, you know, ripper of a time is like have a really good time. And I believe she's in the Midlands of Western Perth,
Okay.
the Midlands of Australia. Christopher says, thanks for the traveling tips when having carry-on instruments. So
You're
that's two
welcome.
tips. Two tips from Ms. Carpenter. You have the post-nasal drip tip. The post-nasal drip tip. That sounds
Okay,
like a song, doesn't
perfect.
it? The post-nasal drip tip. The
That's gonna be
post-nasal
a hit.
drip tip.
I like it.
The post-nasal drip tip. Come on, clap, folks. Post-nasal
Yeah.
drip tip. PNDT. The PNDT.
PNDT.
Post-nasal drip tip. Only on JMS, the Jim Masters Show.
Master Show.
And now you've got the tip from Lacie about carrying on instruments. I'm sure she's going to have 3 or 4 more tips for us before the evening is over. You know, she is a wealth of information. Absolutely. And very highly educated. Tell us, I know you don't want to necessarily spell it all out, but you are significantly educated in many areas, right, Lacie? Tell us about some of your incredible studies.
Yes. So I have a bachelor's in music education and violin performance, and that was from Stephen F. Austin and Go Lumberjacks. And then I have a master's in psychology. Then I am studying for my doctorate in psychology, as well as a master's in ethnomusicology from the University of Limerick in Ireland. But of course, due to COVID, it is actually, thankfully, online. And there's 5 of us in the program, and so we've been very helpful for one another. And that is at the Irish World Academy of Music and Dance, and I love it. It's so amazing, and I shouldn't say I love school, but I really like learning and love gaining knowledge and reading about many different cultures and the rituals of music and how music and dance are together. You can't really have one without the other, and how all forms of music and dance are ritualistic and in many different ways. Yeah, I think that's it.
That was just the short list, right?
I think that was
Which
a
is
short list.
amazing. Well, you and I talked about it. Music and psychology, in a way, they go hand in hand, because music certainly does evoke certain emotions, certain feelings, certain ways of thinking, certain sensations, and it's really fantastic. And congratulations from Bernadette. Tesla Bella, congratulations. Wow, Lacie, that's fabulous. And I know we had chatted a little bit about that when you were on before, in the late summer, early fall. The opportunity to do Ireland is really exciting, isn't it? And we've had a lot of, there's been a wealth of fabulous Irish artists who have been on the show lately. A lot of them are friends of mine from interviews I've done on American television with them. But hopefully you'll be back there. How long will you be there for when you do make it there?
Well, it's just a year program, which it's a taught program, and everything's online for the whole year. They have, there's been more restrictions today. I got an email from the university. There was more restrictions in Ireland today. I'm hoping that I at least get to graduate there.
Yeah.
And I think that's my goal, is to graduate there in person.
That would be terrific, wouldn't it? To be able to do that? Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on all of that. That's really, really cool and really, really exciting. You wanted to play a little something for us, maybe a holiday tune
how about
or something?
we do the debut song? It's called Almost Christmas Day. And when you emailed me asking to be part of the show again, I went, oh, I got to write a song for Jim and the Loveties and everyone out there. And I was inspired by how I drove in the rain and the wind, and just, I guess, the warm memories of Christmas time. So I hope you enjoy It's Almost Christmas Day.
Thanks for doing this. I love it.
It's rainy and windy out here. It's a beautiful Christmas Eve with the cold December air. I'm sitting by the fireplace, all warm and crisp, under the mistletoe, the love first kiss. Chestnuts roasting, little toy train, carols being sung, oh, Santa's gonna come. Tonight, that dreams come true, wishes are answered by Mr. You-Know-Who. Tinsel and holly, sparkling lights, hot apple cider, mama's pie. Will it snow? Probably no. That's okay. It's almost Christmas Day. Holiday movies, the ones in black and white, bring back sweet memories, the ones we hold so tight. Silver bells and the linen drop kiss. Can't forget old Scrooge and Irving Berlin. Tinsel and holly, sparkling lights, hot apple cider, mama's pie. Will it snow? Probably no. That's okay. It's almost Christmas Day. Tinsel and holly, sparkling lights, hot apple cider, mama's pie. Will it snow? Probably no. That's okay. It's almost Christmas Day.
Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. We love that song. Wow. And you probably did that in an hour.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, it took me a little bit for the holiday movies one, because I was going, wait, what rhymes with Irving Berlin?
That's true. You gotta,
So,
you gotta have the rhyme in there, right? The,
right? And
the
I was
rhythm
going,
and the rhyme.
right, the rhythm and the rhyme, absolutely.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Exactly. And the Lovity's loving it.
Oh, good.
Christmas Day song on Master's show with Christmas tree and Santa Claus there. Merlin, and that was a world premiere exclusive Christmas
World
song for the Jim
premiere.
Masters Show live, penned by our dear friend and fellow Lovity, Lacie Carpenter. Kathy Shorts, wow, look at this. She's got hearts, she's got claps, she's all set, she's loving it. Bernadette claps as well, and Tess LaBella, thank you so
Oh,
much. There's a
thank
lot of
you.
claps there and a lot of hearts and lots of stars. Really nice. And Sylvia Carpenter. Do you
My
know her?
mom, I know
Hello, Sylvia.
her.
Yes, I think she was with us when we were on last time as well.
Yes.
Nice to, very beautiful profile photo she has there. It's nice to have her here. Welcome. You've done well, Sylvia. You have a beautiful daughter inside and out, very talented. We love having her back on the show. Beautiful nostalgic song from Juanita in South Africa. And we've got all points of the globe. We've got Willie in Holland. We've got Merlin in Canada. We've got Eileen in Australia. We've got Juanita in South Africa. We've got Carla in Brazil. A song for us, Jim and Lovities around the world. Thanks, Lacie. Really cool song. Thank you, Carla. And Merry Christmas to everybody and you and your family, Carla, there watching in beautiful South America and Brazil. We love having you here. Very nice Christmas song from Linda in Florida. Jill Jason says, beautiful song. And I concur with that. Christopher Joseph says, almost Christmas. Very nice. Very, very true. Tess LaBella, so sweet. Bernadette says, Lacie has such a tender and gentle soul. But wait, there's more. Lacie, you are all about healing, humanity, music, your studies, etc. So inspiring.
Oh, thank you, Tess.
Yeah, absolutely. And congratulations, Lacie. And congratulations, Lacie. And yeah, it's really beautiful. Very nice song from Renee in Iowa. Merry Christmas, Renee. Really, really nice. And hey, Juanita, we see you over there in in beautiful South Africa. Tina loving it as well. Kathleen in New York City loving it. Really, really nice, my friend. Beautiful, beautiful song. And thank you so much. You have another one you want to share with us? Some other holiday favorite? A night of great music with our friend Lacie Carpenter here.
Let's bring out the violin.
Oh, yes. Now, tell us about, again, for anybody watching, maybe you didn't see earlier, or tell it, that's a gorgeous violin. Tell us about that one.
So this was Stuart Duncan's old fiddle that he, I guess, gave it away, I guess, or probably sold it to Fred Carpenter, no relation, at the violin shop in Nashville, Tennessee. Love that place. Love Fred. Love everybody there. I went there about 3 years ago, before I moved to Nashville, actually, and I knew Fred from a long time ago, and I knew he had a shop. So I went there, and for 3 days, I tried every single violin, knowing I could never afford some of those violins in there. Some of them are so expensive. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. And, some of them are like $100,000. And on the third day, Fred came out and he said, Lacie, why don't you try this violin? And I fell in love with it. He didn't tell me, its history. He didn't tell me how old it was. He just said that he was selling it and it was from a good friend. It is my soul violin. You just know when you have your soul instrument. And then I begged him to give me a payment plan.
Yes.
And he didn't want to. He didn't want to because, I'm sure there's a lot of, not very nice people in this world, and they don't pay
the rest.
Things. And I said, but Fred, we have the same last names. We could be
Yeah.
long-lost cousins.
It could be relation, right?
Right? And so he goes, okay, let me think about it. And 20 minutes later, he came out. He goes, okay, you take it back to your hotel. Tell me if you like it or you dislike it after a day of playing it. Of course, I loved it even more. And he said that he would let me give a down payment on it. Great, awesome. Did the down payment and traveled back to Texas. I went to, I called him again to make sure, like the next month, called him to make sure they had taken the money out of my account to, pay for the monthly installments. And I didn't talk to him at first. And then, because one of his guys there, Fred calls me and he said, Lacie, I forgot to tell you that someone called just a few days ago and said, I love Lacie. I love her music. I want to pay off this violin for her. And it remains anonymous. I still don't know who did it. And I'm just, it was meant for me to have this violin. And thank you if you're watching. If that person who paid for this violin is watching, thank you a million times. Thank you.
Yeah, we toast that person for sure.
Yes,
Huh?
we toast that
Wow.
person. Toast
That person. So you said that violin is most definitely a soul violin, almost like a soulmate for you.
Yes.
What makes it that? What is it about the violin, some of the things that you feel towards the violin, and that the violin also gives back to you? Because the violin gives back what you put into it as well, like any instrument does, like anything in life does. Tell us how that feels and what that means for you, the fact that it is like a soul mate, that particular violin. You were meant to have that violin.
Yeah. The moment I just didn't even play it, the moment I just put it to, to my shoulder, my neck, my body, I instantly knew, just even the feel of the neck, it was meant for me. And then I just started playing, just playing around, it wasn't playing me. I was playing it. I know that sounds really weird, but it allowed me to put in everything that I ever wanted to say, and it just came out. Of course, it's like I get to put in my words and my story inside, and it just comes out. Like I know it's me who's doing it, but without, I guess, my mojo or my vibe being put inside the instrument, then it wouldn't, I guess, go out to the audience and be transcribed per se musically. But it was an instant connection. It's just like a person. You have an instant connection with certain people. Same with instruments. And I know some of the musicians out there who are watching and listening, they get that. They understand. My dog is barking. But there was an easiness to it, and I didn't have to force anything, if that makes sense. But
right.
it was that instant spark. It's like meeting your soulmate, the first, like a person soulmate, and it's like lightning strikes.
Yeah.
And whoa,
Yeah, right.
that lightning strikes for you, whether it's an instrument or a person.
Yes.
That's your soulmate per se. And I think there's all different types of soulmates out there.
There are, yes. I interviewed somebody in my professional world who her soulmate is not her husband per se. The soulmate doesn't necessarily have to be the person that you're in an intimate relationship with, believe it or not. Right. There are many different versions of soulmates. And it's really extraordinary when you look further into that. And by interviewing her, I learned about all of that. And it was just her father was in the hospital, and there was this male nurse that was in the hospital in Washington, D.C., who was, I believe it or not, originally from, I think, Ukraine. And somehow, and she's married and she has children, and he's married and has children, and he's maybe about 20 years younger than her. But when they were in the same room and he was caring for her father, there was not a romantic attraction or any of that. There was this understanding, this human understanding of each other, as if it had existed before as well, that goes really, really deep. And they both agreed that they were soulmates. And that was amazing. That was amazing. She said her husband wasn't her soulmate necessarily. He's there to teach her certain things in life, but that the other person, that male nurse, was actually the soulmate. Not meaning, because some people, when they hear soulmate, they think that means that's your husband, your wife, your partner,
Right.
whatever. The definition of soulmate is really something a little bit deeper and different as well. You can feel that that violin is your soulmate because there's just certain qualities and nuances that it's giving off to you, that you feel in tune with it. You feel very connected, like it's a part of you, and that it was destined to enter your life to please it, so it gets to fulfill its mission by being here,
Right.
of delivering beautiful music, and for you to have the opportunity to facilitate that through that violin, right?
Absolutely. And it's kind of scarred and dinged up, but that's what life does to you, we all have scars inside, maybe outside, and this instrument does too. And so it's in essence, it's kind of just like me. And I think that's how we connected, we
Yeah.
all have our scars, we all have our positivity, but we keep moving on. We keep making music because that's what makes us happy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Juanita says, wow, what an amazing gift. Jill says, wow, great story, meant to be. And Kathleen in New York City, it's great when you feel it's right and you just know it's meant to be. And Bernadette says, ah, a pup, we hear you. They always, food, animals, and if children run in and end up on your lap, they go crazy. What's the name of your canine?
Oh, her name is Piper. She's
Cool
a
name.
boxer. Yeah, she's
Oh,
Hyper
boxer.
Piper. And she is huge. And she really sings when I play violin, so more than likely you will hear her going, oh, and
So she's the chorus.
and I try to do it a couple of times. She is. She's the choir, and she's she wanted to go outside, so my mom took her outside, and but now she's just being very needy because I'm not giving her any love right now.
Because you're giving it to all the lovedies here on the Jim Master Show
Send the
Live.
love to other people.
That's it. Well, in her place, we have Silver, of course, who will be here. One day, Silver needs to meet your wonderful canine, and Silver will be here sitting along as you play. What do you want to play for us on that beautiful soulmate of yours?
Let's do a little medley of tunes.
Very nice.
Yes.
It's that medley time of year.
Yes, it is. It's the medley time of year.
Bernadette says, Piper the Boxer, love the musical name.
Yes. She used to be the bluegrass boxer, but then I realized she preferred heavy metal over most things.
Yeah.
So she's just Piper the Boxer now.
That's cool. All right, here comes the medley. Wow. Wow. That is absolutely spectacular. Really, 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 really beautiful. My God. That's what you call a medley. And there's something about, especially this time of the year, when you hear those holiday carols on a violin like that. Um, it's really, really special. It just evokes these feelings of warmth and comfort and depth, right? It's when
Yeah.
you're playing it, what are you feeling? What's happening to you?
Well, I play that melody tons of times, especially with my 7-string fretted Viper, and we would do it like heavy metal style. There's
Right.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and so that
Yeah.
those memories flood my mind and my heart, and then also, flashback just to last year when I was at working at a big performance thing called Glow. It was a Vegas show that they had moved to Nashville for the season, and that's one of the medleys that I did. And so it always just brings back such wonderful memories of where I've played and who I've played with and for.
You mentioned Trans-Siberian Orchestra, very familiar with them. A couple of my friends, Bob Kinkle and Dina Fernay, they're have been very involved with the TSO for years. And matter of fact, I was just at public television just a couple of weeks ago when we were doing segments for the airing of that great, and I'm sure you've seen it, the great Ghost of Christmas Eve special that they have on public television. And we were in the studio, socially distanced and the whole thing, in the TV studio, shooting segments for the December airing and re-airing of that great special. And you love their music, huh?
I do. I do love TSO and Mannheim Steamroller. They are the ones that really got me interested in other genres of music, as far as like playing violin with different genres of music. And I know they're heavy in the horns, and
they tie in the rock sounds with this symphonic and orchestral in such a really amazing way, right?
They do. And I loved it. And I was going, because I love playing multiple genres, many genres, just not just multiple, many numerous. And so when I'm playing classical music, or I'm playing fiddle music, or I'm playing heavy metal, I just go, okay, what can make this more authentic? I'm always about, how can I make it authentic? I guess it ties in with the other masters that I'm getting in ethnomusicology and the music.
Very partial to the fact that you're getting masters.
Yeah, the other masters, the second masters,
Right.
or the gym masters. Whatever.
Paying homage to my
roots.
Paying homage to my family's last name. We thank you very much, the masters. I was born with the masters.
There you go. See, that was so much easier for you.
Born with the masters. That's it. They handed me, and it says it on the birth certificate. Masters.
Masters. Very lucky. I was just a carpenter,
Hey, Karen Carpenter, Richard Carpenter.
A pillow fell on my head. It says have a happy holiday, y'all. I'm throwing it down.
Oh, so is that what they call a throw pillow?
You're so good. You're quick. You gotta
be quick. Life is short. You just got to keep going. You got to keep going. Exactly.
Keep going. No dead air.
No dead air. I just want to show you, my friends, some of the real beautiful comments actually coming in for your music. Comfort and joy in listening to music. Juanita says, "Wowee, beautifully played, Lacie." Singing along softly to the music as well. Colleen saying, "Awesome, wonderful, terrific, love it. Just what I needed this week."
Oh, good.
Yeah. She lost her mother 2 months ago. So this is the first.
Oh,
This is the first Christmas, and she was here when you were on the first time too, and
right.
commenting. And
Yeah.
so it's the first holiday season for her mother, and they would be cooking and doing all the different things. And
It's hard. Yeah.
it's the first, so it's very tough for everything. We send her love, of course. You play with such passion. Brava from Maureen as
Thank
well.
you.
Wonderful medley of traditional Christmas songs and from Christopher, and so beautiful. I can feel you
Oh,
playing lots
thank
of textures and colors. That's amazing when you can translate the feeling to
you.
somebody else, and it isn't just the audible sounds that are coming through that pass in and out, but they're left with a feeling, and music done right can really, really do that, no matter the genre of music as well. Lacie, you're a magical slanche blessed be from Jennifer in Pennsylvania. Beautifully played. I love listening to Christmas music on violin, and Wozniak saying awesome, and Tina saying positively beautiful. We love all the interactivity we have here on our show.
Yes.
Our lovely viewers, Bernadette, all kinds of fabulous emojis, and it's great when you feel it's right and you just know it's meant to be. Absolutely, Kathleen. I agree 100%. And aren't you funny tonight, Mr. Loverty? Yeah, I was born funny. Absolutely born funny. Quick wit, New York wit, Irish, the whole thing. Mannheim Steamroller is a favorite of mine this time of the year. Yeah,
Mhm.
you get to hear them on the radio as well a lot, and have all the CDs. Did you want to share another holiday tune or two for us here?
Sure.
What do you have up your sleeve? Your sweater?
I yeah, my sweater. One of my favorites is Frosty the Snowman. So
Oh,
let's
yes.
do Frosty.
All right, Frosty, get ready.
Let's start that one over again. I've hit a bell. I'm so sorry. It threw me
See,
off.
what threw you off is that the pillow's not there.
The pillow's not there. That's what it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry, Levities. Let's try that
No,
one again.
that was just a dry rehearsal. That's just the
It was a dry
tune-up.
rehearsal,
She's
yes.
just tuning it. Just tuning it.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that again.
Yay! Yeah, everybody loves that one. That was a really great version too, supercharged and everything. 'Cause sometimes, when you hear Frosty, you hear a slower version, Frosty the Snowman, but you really did a nice revved up version. I love it. I love it. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. Would you ever record a Christmas album?
If I had the chance and opportunity, absolutely. Love Christmas music, and I love just, I guess, the stories, in the Christmas music. And one of my favorites is, even though I'm not going to do it today, is Little Toy Trains, and we always think it's old toy, the old toy trains, little toy tracks, but it's little toy trains, and or old I don't know. Anyway, Roger Miller. I love it. I love Roger
Oh,
Miller.
Roger Miller. Yeah, absolutely.
And I would definitely do that one on the on the album. And then just, traditional. I love Do You Hear What I Hear?
Do you hear
And
what I hear?
yeah.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
my favorite arrangements is Linda Edders. And oh,
Really nice one. Yeah, that is.
yeah. And it
Yeah.
has that sort of the African backbeats and
Mm-hmm.
really, and of course, you think about it, Africa, Asian, and all, the Middle East, and you think, okay, do you hear what I hear? And Jesus was born, and if you believe that, and of course it's Christmas time, and I don't know, I love that arrangement and that thought process that they went through. I'm sure maybe I'm analyzing it too much, and maybe they didn't have any of that thought process. They just like the beat, but I
Sometimes that
love.
happens, but yeah.
Yeah, I think there was a thought process in that arrangement, but
Yeah.
that's one of my favorites. And the Broadway Gospel Choir is backing her up, and it is just to die for. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Who are some people you would love to do duets with and collaborate with if you could, my friend?
So many people. But Alison Krauss is, number one. Rhonda Vincent, for
Yeah.
sure. And, Dolly Parton. um,
Dolly, if you're watching the Jim Masters show live
yes.
with all the lovelies, Lacy's right there. 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 Everything is like the opposite. She's right there.
And then I go, wait, it's over here. And I'm like, where's the camera?
It's like doing the weather. Right.
I know, right? I'm so glad I'm not a weather person. I would fail miserably.
I did that once, and that's interesting when you got to get, it was AccuWeather too, and you had to get used to the whole, okay, over here on the coast, wait, no, the coast is over there, but the mountains, wait a minute. You got to practice that before you go live. That's for sure.
Yeah. Know? Otherwise, it'll turn into what it happened with my Frosty the Snowman,
But that was a nice version. That was a really cool version. I mean,
it's my own arrangement of it. And
how much do you like arranging things too, as opposed, you're performing, but how much do you like actually arranging the material?
I love arranging material.
That's a whole other skill, yeah.
Yeah, I feel not just with fiddling, but like if I'm going to do a song, say 16 tons, say Tennessee Ernie Ford. Love Tennessee Ernie Ford. Number one, I don't have as low of a voice as he does, naturally, but I also don't have as high of a voice as, say, Leanne Rimes. And because she came out with it, her version of it, but I loved her arrangement of it. And just arranging a song like that with so much, I guess, gusto and so much story. And then I have an alto voice. So
do I. Yeah, lower, right, more of a, deeper.
And so I have a big range, but I'm going, but I don't want 16 tons really high. So arranging songs for my own voice is super fun. I like to get people's feedback too. That I love getting people telling me, that kind of sounds like, Emmy Lou. You don't have an Emmy Lou voice. Let's take it down, especially from like my mentor and producer. And if she's watching, she might be watching. It is actually Linda Etter. So,
really?
So, yeah, I've been working with her since April.
Congratulations! She's spectacular. Yeah, she's brilliant.
Yeah, we started off just doing vocal lessons and just worked every other week and everything. My dog is running around. I'm sorry.
If she ever wants to pop by the Jim Masters show live, she's always welcome. We'll keep the porch light on for her.
I'll message her and let her know.
What is it like working with her? I mean, what a great influence on you, huh? In such a positive way. She really, I'm sure, takes the time to listen and guide you in a way that inspires you greatly, huh?
Absolutely, because when I was 10 years old, I saw her on actually, I think it was PBS, and it was yes, and I don't remember what it was. It was like the Women of Broadway or Broadway Divas. I can't remember the actual title of it, but she sang Don Quixote, Man of La Mancha.
Yes,
and I just remember being that 10-year-old little girl going, whoa, as she,
Incredible.
sky high on her vocals in the middle of that, in the middle of the song round. I memorized it like 2 minutes and 10 seconds. But the thing is, it was a very odd reaction for me as a 10-year-old, because most kids are going, I want to sing like her. In my mind, I said, I want to write for people who can sing like her.
Right.
But that was also after I saw Burt Bacharach live, and I screamed out, I'm going to be you when I grow up.
Did you really?
I did.
And did he respond?
Well, he didn't really say much that moment, but
Yeah.
I did get to interview him a few years ago. I say few, just about 2 years ago, for the book called Profile of a Hit Songwriter that came out a couple of years ago.
That's right.
I think 2018. That would be 2 years ago.
Yes, just about. Yeah.
Or maybe it came out. I don't know when it came out, but it came out in summer, and that's why I'm just COVID has messed up my time.
Yeah. So what we say now is BC, not necessarily before Christ, but before COVID.
Before COVID.
So the book came out BC.
Yes.
And so yeah, I think we talked a little bit about the book
a little bit.
Summer, but tell us about that book, because that's an amazing thing, because you are also an author as much as you are a performer and everything else. Tell us about this book. It's incredible.
Yeah. So this book is it takes a psychological take on hit songwriters.
Yes.
And not just hit songwriting, because I think it's a very different topic, but hit songwriters. And we interviewed 25, I want to say so many, but 25 hit songwriters, producers, psychotherapists, and pediatricians to get some sort of profile, an actual profile, like the FBI, you watch TV and you're like, the profilers. Yeah. So we actually did a true psychological profile on hit songwriters, and we came up with some really good things, and we found a profile. And if you're interested, it's on Amazon and barnesandnoble.com. You can find out our profile, what we did. But we interviewed all these amazing people, the same set of questions, to see what happens. We wanted their stories, we wanted their background, but just to understand their view on, why they became what they are, and how did it happen? Do they set goals? Do they not set goals? Do they write every single day? What type of writing do they do? What genres of music are they in? Is it different in New York versus Nashville, London, and LA? What's different? And then we found all these similarities, and yes, there's differences between the countries and the states, but it's really all about those core beliefs, I would say. There's about 10 of them that we found, but
what would be like maybe one or two, or just a couple that you found? Not all of them, but just maybe one. Yeah.
I would say the big one is faith. And that, I know that's a very broad spectrum, but majority of them said they are very spiritual in some form or fashion, whether they believe in God or they, meditate every single day or before they write, or some sort of faith-based thing. And that, I think that's so good that the readers need to know that. People who are wanting to go into songwriting, or people who are just wanting to become better at what they are, this is not just for hit songwriters. This is for everyone, and who desires, I guess, more success, or to be, better at their craft. And they need to know that artists, the creatives, we do have some form of spirituality, whatever that may look for them. And, they are very faithful, and, not just faith in something divine, as I call it, but faith in themselves. And without faith in yourself, you can't, no one else is going to have faith in you if you don't believe in yourself. But that was, the number one is some form of spirituality or faith. And people need to know that. People need to know that, you see what you see on TV isn't, always real.
Right. Exactly. Right.
And,
yeah. That's very, very true. So you learned a lot as you were involved. What did you learn about yourself as you were involved in that project of the book?
I learned I have a lot more, things to learn, and how that also I am similar to these people who have really, really made it. I'm still like scratching the surface of things. I feel, maybe not to some people, but to me, I feel like I'm still scratching the surface. And but I have so much to learn, and that I can be inspired by anything and everything. And like right now, like that song, just because you emailed me, I was inspired by you, Jim, and all of the Lovedies, and I had to write that song just because it was there and it was in my heart, and I was inspired by that. And I watch your show, and it inspires me to be a better person and give more love. But also just, the rain is inspiring, even though I don't like to drive in it. But last night, we had something super spectacular where we had the Christmas star, but it's not a star really, it's two planets. But
Saturn and Jupiter.
And I got to see it. Southwest, and
hasn't happened in some almost 800 years.
So I don't think we're all going to be around the next time it happens.
So think about that in terms of how life works. It's kind of really interesting. Everything that we've dealt with this year, with the pandemics and the economic situation and civil unrest and election years and all, just everything that's gone on, and global effects and all of this. And then this extraordinary thing that happens that was going to happen even if we didn't have the kind of year that we had. Christmas was coming, Hanukkah was coming, Kwanzaa, the New Year's coming, Thanksgiving coming, and Saturn and Jupiter were going to line up, like the first time in some 800 years. So yes, we're here living through what we're living through, but there's also some extraordinary things that are some of those, as I say all the time on this show, constants in life. The rug hasn't completely been pulled out. Right. It's been sort of, moved around a little bit in a big way. And it's up to us to see, what we do going forward with everything. And if we look up in the sky, even when Saturn and Jupiter are not lined up, just look up in the sky at night and look at the stars like you did when you were a kid, laying on your lawn in the backyard, and you used to look up at the sky and look at the stars and try to look for the Milky Way and the Big Dipper and all that stuff. Or if you're near an ocean, go to the ocean and listen to the, just look at the power of the tide, and just it's going to keep coming in with wave after, no matter what's going on land. It's going to keep doing that, and the trees are going to be there, and the birds are going to be there, and it's going to snow and it's going to rain. These are things that are constant, and if we could really take time to really soak that in, and I think a lot of people have been. They've been getting retouched, or reconnected to music and to each other and to nature and to the simplicity of life, that everything doesn't always have to be big and grand and buzz and bling and, I got this car and I'm wearing this ring and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. It's those basics, the humanistic things, the wonder of it all that really matters most, because we're here now, and this is our time. Every minute we have on this planet, every single one of us, this is our time. Not tomorrow, right now, every minute we're breathing. The great gift every day we get is that our eyes open. And we are here. That's the ultimate gift we are given daily. And sometimes we forget that. We always look towards all these other, sometimes superficial things, things that are, exciting now, but then it ends up worn out or in your closet and it doesn't matter anymore. And then you go hunt for the next thing and hunt for the next thing to fill your cup, when there's all these fabulous things and even people and your dog and all these things that are around that can easily fill your cup. If you just say, you know what, my cup, I'm here, I'm breathing, I've got healthy family, I can play these beautiful instruments, I can teach and inspire kids, and I can be on a show like this, and we can have a lot of fun and play music and see all these beautiful people around the world. You can look up and see Saturn and Jupiter line up in the first time in 800 years. You got Christmas Day, one of the most fabulous days of the year, coming in a couple of days. This is what it's totally all about and always been about. But I think sometimes in our busy lives, the world at large loses track of that on this hunt and on this chase for these other things that are nice to have and nice to do and but they're not necessarily all experiences. And it's really the experiences of life and the moments and the people and the beauty of it all that really is what we take with us. When we don't take any of the things, we take what's in there wherever we go. I believe we go up there, but whatever people feel happens next, that's exclusively our thing. And sometimes we get into murky waters with that, and we don't take the time. So here you are, writing wonderful material and books and inspiring children and playing music. And here we are together sharing it all and inspiring people and putting smiles on their face at a time when, it's one of the most horrific times the world has experienced globally, collectively. Yet at the same time, Saturn and Jupiter lined up. Right. And for a minute, everybody was excited. Christmas, they're hearing the Christmas music playing. They're loving it. People are actually saying they want Christmas this year to go longer than just this week and next week. They want that feeling as we go into, a tough winter ahead, that love and that joy and the blessing and sort of the light childhood nature of the holidays and the spirit of it. They want it to go. I've always wanted it to go past Christmas Day and New Year's, but they really want that. And now that people, normally when they decorate the stores and they put all the Christmas stuff out before Halloween, everybody complains, oh my God, we didn't even have Halloween yet. And the Christmas stuff. Right. This year, a lot of people didn't. A lot of people were already putting lights up and playing Christmas music and just trying to get away a little bit from some of the realities of not forgetting about the realities and not dealing with the realities, but just also balancing that with, again, some of those constants. Christmas music, whether you're of the Christian faiths or not, Christian music is just something that we've heard ever since we were on the earth. We've heard all the, "Oh, Come All Ye Faithful" and Silent Night and all these tunes, all these carols. So here every year, regardless of what happens all year long, at the end of that year, as we get ready to the next year, all this music comes back and it fills the airwaves and our homes and our radios and the stores and the TV shows and the movies and everything. And it's like a constant, and they're all like these lullabies. You know what I mean? They're like these lullabies that come back, the melodies, the way they sound. Sometimes they're deep, they're meaningful and tearful and joyful, spirit filled. Sometimes they're jolly, like Frosty the Snowman, and they get you going. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But it's material that keeps coming back year after year. And it's a reminder again of some of the constants in life that I think we really need to pay heed to and remember and really celebrate, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think like you said, those constants, we have to always remember, like we said in the beginning, our cup is already full. We just have to look around and see the beauty, see those constants. And, you know, like Christmas is a constant. Maybe it's Hanukkah, maybe it's Kwanzaa, whatever, you know, you celebrate. But Christmas music is just it's a constant for many of us. And it's just, you know, you think about all your favorite songs, and it brings out the kid in you. Like we were talking about, like we need to always see things sometimes through a child's eye. And that's what I guess makes us a little bit more humble and gives us a little bit more empathy, especially right now. And I think it's definitely our choice to continue on this like sort of Christmas spirit vibe, you know.
Right.
And if we want the Christmas spirit and feeling to continue, that's our choice. And let's like all make a choice, you know, to continue the feeling and spread the joy everywhere, you know.
Right, exactly. Absolutely, my friend. Beautiful segue to, do you have another song you wanted to share with us?
Let's see if I can. I just practiced this one up like a few hours ago, so let's see.
Yeah, another
a
world exclusive again.
Yes, yes. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. There we go.
Wow. Knock that out of the park. I like how joyful you are when you play. You really get into it. You're really feeling it as you're doing it, right? It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. And, you know, you play these Christmas, like, it's a constant, but it's only once a year that you play these songs and you're, oh, I got to practice that. and then you want to make things so different, and you want to make them like really intriguing, and you're like, no, Lacie, just play them, you know.
Right. Jingle bells is jingle bells. You can alter it with different rhythms and beats and percussion and everything. A lot of people have done that, you know, smooth jazz versions, country versions, orchestral versions, all kinds of different things. But and look what's going on here. Claps from Bernadette. Very joyful from Renee Katz, who's here, of course, one of our lovedies as well. And Kathleen is here. Renee, I don't know if you noticed earlier, Eileen Barker is watching from the Midlands of west of Perth in Australia. Because Renee is in Queens, New York, and she says she's in the Midlands of Queens. Ever since she heard Eileen in Australia say, well, I'm in the Midlands of east or west of Perth. Beautiful area there in Australia. Juanita in South Africa, where it's late into the evening, but she is a real loyal lovety. She's always here with us, sharing her sunshine in South Africa. Gives you bells, lots of holiday bells. Bernadette singing along. Renee Katz, we are the captain of our souls. Does that not sound like that would be a great song?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is it a song, or do I need to write it?
We are the captain of our souls.
I
Next
like
time
that.
Lacie is here, guess what you're going to hear next? Another world exclusive on our show.
Captain of our souls. I love that. It sounds very
as inspired by Renee. Yes. And Rini can sing it.
Yes, yes.
That is fantastic. That is wonderful. And SB, the Every Fairy, who was on our show a while back, says she should write a fairy inspired song, Giggle, Giggle.
Yes, when I was in Ireland the first time, they were always telling me, fairies are real, fairies are real. And let me tell you, I believe the fairies are real, the fae. But yeah, I love everything fairies, and I should write a song about fairies. That would be such a great fiddle tune. There we
See?
go. See, inspiration everywhere.
It's
Right
coming
here.
out. It's pouring out of this show all the time. Absolutely. With all of us together. Rini says, how many interview shows talk about these inspirational simplicities, beauty, and lovities? Very, very cool. Thank you, Rini. Thank you for another wonderful evening in Lovely Hall. Jim and Lacie, amazing. Absolutely. And you guys add to that effect. That's why we like to have all of you here. Tesla Bella, you're our Christmas angel, Lacie.
Thank you, Tez.
I like that. The way you said that. I like Tess. Yeah, that little extra at the end there.
It's my question, Tez.
Tessa. Tesla Bella.
Actually, that's a great name. Oh my gosh.
Isn't Tesla Bella cool? Just the Tess. Tess is like Tesla Bella. The Tess is like very the Tess is like dominant, Tess, and then it softens with La Bella. Tess, La Bella. It goes up. It's like determined, I'm Tess, La Bella. It's really cool. They're loving your hat. Everybody's loving your hat.
Thank you.
And Rini Katz is saying to Eileen Barker, "Hi, Eileen. We should meet in the Midlands of in the middle of our Midlands." Kathleen Short in Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Loving these little concerts, and I like Christmas music all year long. There we go. And guess she's here, east of Perth, in Australia. We love Eileen Barker. So Rini Katz, here we go. Let's blend people. Rini Katz in the Midlands of Flushing, Queens, New York City. Here is Eileen Barker in Australia, in the Midlands, east of Perth in Western Australia. The two have now been merged because we always talked about, we tease about, we like that Midlands thing. And Eileen says, what a joy. And we're having she likes when we have a ripper of a time. I love when I hear other words. Like, for example, I forgot the other, one of the Irish artists was on the other night, and I was wearing a turtleneck sweater. And the turtleneck, he said, really cool jumper that you've got on, a jumper. So, and I was thinking about like when you know a kid that has like a jumper on, like a toddler or something, they call it a jumper or something like that. But, in Ireland, it's a sweater. A jumper is a sweater. Oh. So I'm like, okay, let me jot that one down.
Jumper. That's great.
Look what we do here. Rini Katz, absolutely love to you from Eileen in the Midlands of Western Australia. Rini Katz in the Midlands of Queens, New York. Pleasure to meet you, Eileen. So they've met in the middle of the Midlands, and the middle of the Midlands is right here, the Jim Master Show Live. This is the middle of everybody's Midlands, right? That's really, really cool. I love that. So this is really great when we have times like this and you coming on and sharing with us. And, it's very soul filling, isn't it?
It is. It is. I love being on your show and getting all the love and, from the just chatted, the show, I was like, this dude's awesome. And we have such great content. We can talk about everything. And that's what was another thing that I love, is that we can just talk about everything and then, share our stories. And this brought me such joy being on your right before Christmas. Awesome. And I got to actually practice some Christmas music, because normally at this time of year, I am performing 5 to 6 times like a week.
I
And
know.
this is my only time. So thank you.
You're very welcome. When
And
I asked if you wanted to be back on and during the holiday time as well, I knew because you and I have stayed in touch off the air too, and that's one thing that some of the viewers say. Do you once you have somebody on the show, do you guys stay in touch? Because a lot of times people don't. Like, especially when they go on a show or whatever, the host or the interviewer or the journalist or whoever it is, the on-air person, they have them on, and then next. I always try to stay in touch with every single person, even in my professional life and television, radio. I always try to stay connected. And you were somebody, one of, I think, every single guest who's been on who has said, I'd love to be back. I want to come back whenever you want to have me come back on the show. I'll hop on. I'll try to, even if somebody cancels because they're ill or their schedule has changed. We actually have standby list of people that are like, call me if you need a replacement. And I'm like, wow. I mean, that's incredible to me,
yeah, I mean, it takes your mind off of life too. And also just to have a conversation, and then on top of just the conversation with you, it's other people joining our conversation, and we get to make music, or we get to talk about our life and what we love to do but we can't do right now.
Sure. And you got to talk about chocolate.
I got to talk about chocolate.
And the baking and the cooking, all that.
Yes. Yeah, and my YouTube, it's like I've sort of like reinvented my YouTube channel, and
Nice.
yeah, so right now I think there's been 3 or 4 new videos, and
Awesome.
they all have a musical element to it, but there's also a baking element to it. So I hope somebody subscribes to that. I need 4 more to get to 100 subscribers. I know that sounds like super low right now, but it's building.
Very good. That's what it's all about.
If you haven't subscribed to Jim's show, you got to subscribe to his show too, because I'm a subscriber. And
we're subscribed to each other, right? Yeah.
That way, everybody knows when the next shows come out. My shows come out every Sunday, and his shows are like every day, all the time.
I need more juice on that.
Yes, more juice. Oh, more juice. Cheers. I haven't been drinking hardly anything. Cheers.
No, go ahead. You've earned it. You played for your supper and your drink.
I haven't even eaten. I've had some not chocolate, but my cream cheese bites.
Oh,
they are
what?
So good.
What are cream? Oh, look, SB the Every Fairy says, I've decided to go viral, and so should you. I'm an infectious disease of positivity.
I love it. Yes.
That's her sense of humor. Absolutely. She was a guest on our show as well, and she was hilarious. And she was surrounded by all of these family members who are her dogs, and I think there was a pig. SB the Every Fairy, was there a pig too? I think you had a pig. I mean, she was all in her house. She had all these fabulous animals. Wow. Really cool. Yeah, really. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a huge, you don't have to like animals, but I just think if you like animals, even from afar, you don't have to own them. But if you like animals, you're going to be a good person, Especially in Texas. I mean, we have animals everywhere. We have horses. We all own dogs. We have, cats and all the stuff. But I'm just you meet that person who's no, I hate animals. All animals, not even an iguana or a fish. I'm going, I'm not sure about you. I might get to know you to see. But even if you like cockroaches, I'm down with it. At least you like something,
Right. What are some other things you like that people might not realize?
I love dragonflies.
Mm.
Dragonflies are my spirit animal. So if
Yes.
anybody's out there, yeah,
And they don't bother you. They look menacing like they would bother you, but they really don't bother people at all.
don't. I mean, they will come find me in like the dead of winter and will be surrounding my car. And so I love dragonflies. They are my spirit animals. I love butterflies. And even, well, I don't have it on there right now, but my guitar strap has butterflies all down it, carved in leather. And I love books. I love to read books. Besides writing books, I love to read books. I love Audible. They just read to me. It is fantastic, but I do love the smell of new parchment paper. I love understanding different ways of like different medicines from
Mhm.
your year. And I don't want to say I'm big into the oils, but I do love understanding their value. And I think they do
Absolutely.
have a lot of value. So,
Absolutely. Well, look at some of the comments coming in. Renee Katz in New York says, I have a dragonfly lamp.
oh, I'd love to.
Bernadette, I love butterflies, dragonflies, and ladybugs.
Oh, ladybugs. I like ladybugs, but sometimes they come into my apartment and it's just like a million of them. And I'm like,
Uh,
I know that I'm not going to get that much luck from them.
right.
It becomes an infestation and it's not of luck, let me tell you. But yeah, I do like ladybugs once in a while when they don't infest my house.
Right. That is funny. Really, really cool stuff here. And then there's fireflies too, which we used to call lightning bugs
Lightning bugs.
that would light up. We used to catch them too when we were kids.
I love them,
And then
especially
release them, of course. Yeah. Catch and release.
catch and release. I rarely see them, but in Nashville, they're everywhere.
Nashville, there's a lot, huh? Lightning bugs. Avril Britton is watching in the UK. Good to see you watching in Hampshire, United Kingdom, one of our regular lovely viewers, Avril. Merry Christmas, Avril, there in beautiful England. SB the Every Fairy says that her pig, Dashiell, is watching.
That is
Dashiell's a
awesome.
big fan. He's a lovety too. He became a lovety the night that she was on. And she also adds, if you don't like animals and don't understand Blazing Saddles, I don't think we can be friends.
I got you there. I understand. See, exactly. We're one, two of a kind there.
Kindred spirits, kindred spirits. Eileen in Australia, cheers to all. Thanks. Ripper interview. Fantastic, inspiring lady. Did you say chocolate? Yum. Yes, she did say chocolate. Absolutely. I love this. Yeah. Eileen, everything is possible. We'll have Jeannie help us. Yes, Jeannie in the bottle. Jeannie can make anything happen, right?
Oh, yes.
So what's your, oh yeah, I like this. Hi, Dashiell, sweet piggy boy. They all remember when Dashiell was part of the show with SB the Every Fairy. We do small time beekeeping in South Africa, and they are the most amazing little animals.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
The beekeeping, yeah, right.
I
Yeah.
know that there's a certain, I guess, science to it. And I know a few people who do that in, I guess, the Midwest primarily. And I'm going, there's a science to this. I would never understand it. I'd have to have like a mentor, like a beekeeping mentor.
It would have to be right, somebody from the beekeeping world or a zoo or something like that, right? That is
Right.
cool.
Right.
Uh-oh, they're hearing food again.
Yes.
I'm surprised you haven't asked what she had for dinner tonight. She'd probably tell you.
I haven't had anything. I need to eat.
I was going to say yes, because you're behind us you're what, an hour back?
I am.
Yeah, yeah. So are you all done with the holiday shopping? You're all set? Anything, or do you?
A couple of things left.
I like that face you made when I said that. You're like,
yeah, I went today and I just couldn't find anything. I was really bummed. but tomorrow's a new day, and I have a plan. I've listed it out. I've written everything, so I have a plan tomorrow. But also tomorrow I will be just delivering, like little Santa's elf, delivering some gifts to people on their doorstep, because being safe because of COVID. And but yeah, I love to give, and I just give away my chocolates and my candies as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's beautiful. That's really nice that you do that. And because there's right now a lot of people in need, food lines and things we never thought we would really ever see. You'd see maybe in third world countries, but there's a lot of people out there hurting right now. So, blessings and love and whatever we can do for everybody. That's we've done. We've delivered food. We've tried to do a lot of different things here to help those that are in need as well. And I've done a lot of emceeing actually for not a company, an organization, a charity called Columbus House, and they for years I've actually emceed their big chocolate to the rescue event. And you would actually love that. All these restaurants and all these chocolatiers come together, and it's a big tasting event, and people buy tickets, and they have awards for the best chocolate creations from their pastry chefs, something. And they couldn't have it this year, and that was like the 15th year. And I think I emceed it like 13 of the years. So they did something, online and everything, not quite the same, but to support it. And they find shelter for the homeless. And so it's a really wonderful organization, and to be involved in things like that is really a blessing. What, if there is one, what Christmas wish or New Year wish do you have?
Do I
Lacie?
have?
Yeah.
I normally don't wish for like anything for myself. I wish for, like this power of health that would surround the earth. And that way COVID is gone, and all the bad diseases are gone. And I don't want to say like be cheesy and say, peace on earth, but in reality, I want good health for everyone. I want us to be able to live happily and joyfully, and for us to realize that we can make really good choices when we are happy and healthy. I guess that's my big wish. Yeah.
It's very true. Spot on, my friend. That's exactly what it's all about. Um, I agree 100%. That's beautifully, beautifully said. As like Kathleen said, peace, love, health, and happiness. And also, they're cutting to the chase. Can you tell us, they like the peace, love, and happiness and everything, but Tess needs to know about the cream cheese bites. So we love the peace, the health, the happiness, but let's get to those cream cheese bites.
Real quick, super simple. Cream cheese, 3 ounces of cream cheese. Okay. And then 3 cups of powdered sugar. You whip up the cream cheese that is softened but not melted. Softened cream cheese with a 1 1/2 cup of the powdered sugar. You whip it up with like a mixer or a stand mixer, whatever you have. And then with a whisk, you whisk in the other 1.5 cups of powdered sugar with almond extract to taste. So you stir it and you stir it and stir it, and then you almost fold it up like a bread dough, and until it becomes not so sticky. You don't want it super sticky. If it's still sticky, put some extra powdered sugar on there, kind of like flour. You kind of use the powdered sugar like a flour in that case. You pull it apart, you roll it up, and then you put it on some parchment paper to rest. After you're done, it yields about 6 dozen. That's a whole lot of candies, because they're just tiny. And then once they're all placed, you get your fork and you kind of smash them down. And then I put different colors of sanding sugar all over them. And that's it.
Ooh.
So simple, so good. Put them in the refrigerator in a airtight container with some parchment paper. Mm.
That's the word. That is the word.
Yeah.
That amount that you said that it makes, how long in your household will those last?
Well, I try to divvy them out.
And you can lie if you have to.
I still have some. I think I still have about 3 dozen, but I've given some away and I've eaten probably about a dozen of them. Not gonna lie. I've eaten a dozen of them, but I made them a week and a half ago. So dozen's not too bad, but I had 2 of them before the show because I needed some sugar. And
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to eat them so fast because they're so good, even though it's so simple to make it.
Sounds delicious.
They are amazing. And on my YouTube, I actually show them and I talk about the recipe. And it's one of my favorite candies to make.
Next time we do a foodie festival episode here on the show, we're going to have you come in on that, because we did that. And I did it for a short, what was going to be a short time, and it ended up being like almost a 3-hour conversation with the audience, and really, really cool. We'll bring you in on that. And also the Lovity cruise that we've been talking about. We've talked about doing a Lovity cruise. Of course, not yet. Everything has to straighten itself out health-wise and everything. But we've been talking about a Lovity cruise, maybe to the islands or something, where a lot of the viewers have already expressed that they want to go on that. And some of the guests that we've had on have said they want to come on, and maybe they'll do different things that they do, and we'll have, grand time together. So that might be something that we'll be able to have as well. The Lovity cruise with everybody. I did that twice, actually, with 2 radio stations I did shows on. One of them was iHeartRadio. And we did it with a travel agency, and it was really, really cool. And they sold out. Both of them were actually to Bermuda, which was really, really beautiful. And it was Jim Masters and all the listeners on the radio show, and everybody wanted to, and they brought their, if they had spouses, partners, whatever, they all came, and it was really, really fantastic. So we had a great time, and people could go about and do their own thing. And then we would meet for dinner, certain things we did together, and a lot of things people did on their own. And it was just really, really cool. So we'll have to tell you more about that as we put those ideas together. It's already a travel agency, friends of mine that own a travel agency, that for years they've approached me about doing things, but I wanted to do it with the right vehicle, meaning platform, show, what have you. And then since creating this, the Jim Master Show Live, I think this is perfect because there's so much camaraderie here, and just a similar way of thinking. And this crowd loves food. So could you imagine them at the midnight buffet?
You imagine me at the buffet?
That's it. Let's all meet at the midnight buffet. Yes, here we go. Eileen says, want food, yummy. We'll have to have you come on our Lovity cruise as well. Food, glorious food. You got it, Tesla Bella. And Maureen saying, Lovity cruise, I'll start packing. Oh, wait, COVID, I know. So there's just that one little hiccup there. So at least we know you guys want to do it. Yes, our cruise will be heavenly. Cheese from Bernadette. Yummy. Thank you, Christmas Angel.
Oh, thank you, Tess.
I know. Whenever I take my glass in the beginning of the show, at the end, I always say, welcoming you and you and you and you, and I feel like I'm a pastor or a priest. I should be going like this, and the whole.
Yeah, it was. I don't think I told you I was in China, actually, not this last April, but the last April. And first off, I'm not sure if anybody has been to China in the Lovity crew, or you have. I loved China. I was in Chengdu, which is, here's like Hong Kong. It's way down south. And they treated us like royalty. Of course, the blonde hair, blue eyed, they thought I was Barbie. They called me Barbie, which is hilarious. And we went to this like 5-hour dinner and it was wonderful and beautiful. But of course, they don't serve water; they served wine, and I don't drink often, you know. But if I do indulge, it's not a dry red wine. And that's all they served. They didn't have any water or anything, and they went around.
Do not give this lady a dry red wine. Note that, folks.
Yeah. And they filled it up. They filled that wine glass up to the rim, and I'm like, you know. And then they went around and we toasted, and every single person after the host would toast all of us, we had to go around and do toast. And it's typical and respectful to drink the entire glass of the wine.
Wow. Doesn't that sound like something they would have done in college for entry into a sorority or fraternity?
Yeah, let me tell you, I used the blonde girl thing, you know, and I went, next time, you know, I'm just going to have to practice on that, you know, a little sip, and, you know, I know. And they'd go, but it's respectful. I'm sorry. I just got to practice my drinking.
Yeah. And you twirled the hair and everything too, like that, didn't you?
Hair and everything. And then they laugh and they'd go on. But
and you changed your name to what, Bambi?
A Disney princess. But that was my wine experience with the whole, like, they toasted everything.
Yes.
That reminded me of, and great memory, wonderful memory. But I have never drank so much dry red wine in my life, and I never want to drink it again.
No, dry, yeah, because you wake up with a dry throat and and it can go to your head. And how were you the next day?
I was fine, but I also, spent a lot of time in Ireland. So there's things, but it's also, you're really high up. The altitude doesn't affect me as much as some people. Because I have traveled quite a bit. Other people were very sick.
Well, they said, when we were in Denver, I was on a television shoot in Denver last year, and we were filming at Red Rocks and everything. They did say to everybody, when you come to Denver, because it's the Mile High City. And we went to actually this really cool place. We were about 8,000, 9,000 feet in the air, and it was really stunning. Friends took us to Golden, Colorado when we were done with the shoot, and we were at the Mother Cabrini Shrine, which was just, this like Jesus statue. It's almost like something you see in Brazil, just overlooking Colorado. And it was just really this historic place and really, really beautiful. But they did say that the mistake people make when they go to Colorado, especially because of the altitude being so high, is that they'll come in and they'll want to party because they're celebrating. Maybe they'll party after a business meeting or just get together with friends after skiing or whatever. And for those who are not used to that altitude, it takes what normally happens to you with liquor and it like quadruples it. Right. And some people get very, very sick as a result, but not because of the altitude, the elevation, and the elevation connection, not so good. So we were very, very cognizant of that and didn't do any of that. But for some people, they get really, they feel it the next day if they survive the day. It's really cool. You're getting this reflection. I don't know if you can see it. When you turn your head certain ways, there's a reflection going across right there. It's been doing that all night. That might be why she's calling you the Christmas angel, Tess. Because all night you've had this sort of
those two planets aligning. Oh, cool.
That's right. Yeah, that's the ring of Saturn over you.
Now I'm like, shiny things. Ooh.
You're getting divine messages are flowing into you. That is funny. That is absolutely funny, my friend. Well, this was really fantastic. And
so much.
Oh, wow. Eileen says in Australia, Jim, just to let you know, it's 41 Celsius today. That's about 108 degrees Fahrenheit to you. And she is in Australia east of Perth in the Midlands. Seeing right now, the one that has the 15 inches of snow or the one where it's 108 degrees. I tell you, we have a sparkly personality.
Thank you.
There we go. That's the Lovity light going across.
Right.
Lovity light. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Cool stuff. So this was amazing. That's really cool the way that looks.
Now I'm like more like aware.
Gee, I don't even think I could do that. I mean, it's just, have you met Lacie Carpenter? She's a very inspiring person. It's like a crown. There she is, Miss America. Yes. You are always a delight. This was great. Blessings to you. And this really was, my friend. You played great music for us, and you shared with us a brand new song on the show. And you're amazing. And I really, wish you and your family, of course, nothing but all the very best of everything for the holidays and beyond, and for the new year. And you're definitely welcome back anytime. And that was a beautiful Christmas and New Year wish that you had as well. And you and your family, you be well, you take care. Let's continue to stay in touch. I know you've even recommended some people to come on as guests, which I really appreciate that as well. And keep doing that, and keep doing all the beautiful things that you are doing to inspire us. And I'm so glad that I initially invited you back in the summer to come on the show the first time, and then we stayed in touch, became friends, and then here we are with you back on holiday time. That's what it's all about. And it was really, really cool tonight.
It was so much fun. Thank you so much, and love and light to you and your family and all the Lovities. I hope you have a wonderful holiday time, even if you can't be with your family and your loved ones. I hope you can Zoom or FaceTime or something, to spread a little cheer, whatever that may be. Here's our cheer, whatever. Just not a dry red wine.
Not a dry red wine.
Yeah.
Wait, you're teaching me to talk like you. Dry red wine.
You have to, like, anything that has only one, what is it called? I'm terrible with words. Like, say one. It should be one, two of them. One.
One.
Yeah, one.
One.
There you go. Yeah.
One.
Yeah. So, like, even it's not yeah. No, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of one syllable. So anything with one syllable has two syllables.
In Ireland, it's like that too. Like, for my father has always said not film, and he wasn't born in Ireland. His grandmother and family, they came from Ireland. My father's mother's side is the Irish side. Film instead of film. 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 Yeah, film, which is really, really interesting. Yeah, so the two syllables as well. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, my family's from Ireland too, so maybe I guess but I don't know.
The two syllable thing.
Yeah.
Bottle.
Absolutely. Just remember, when you're trying to talk Southern, everything has like double the syllables. And you say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. And what's that? We have our sweet tea, and it's iced, but I'm a hot tea fan, so.
It's not iced, it's iced. Iced. Like AH. Iced.
Iced.
Iced. How would you say your name? Lacie?
Lacie. I don't know.
Lacie?
There you go.
My guest tonight is Lacie. And I'm James. James Masters. And Lacie Carpenter.
James Masters.
From Texas. She's from Texas. Right. She's from down under the Texas.
Down under.
And Eileen is really down under in Australia.
It's so hot there.
108 degrees. It makes Texas look like Alaska
Right now, for sure. We do get up to about 108, 115 in the summers, but
With the humidity too.
oh, the humidity.
Mm,
Hair grow.
right, right.
Oh,
Exactly right. Rainy Cats, a sparkling night, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, all lovities. A lovely evening tonight. Thank you both, Kathleen Short in Cleveland. Cleveland. How would you say that? Cleveland? Cleveland? Cleveland?
Cleveland,
You would
Cleveland,
Cleveland. Yeah,
Cleveland.
your accent isn't as thick as probably some, friends and
I really worked hard at it because I was in theater.
yes, see,
For,
that's what happens. Right.
so they made they made us tip of the tongue at the tip of the teeth.
That's right, exactly. To
They taught us, and it's not it's get. It's
get
not roof, it's roof, and it's all these little things, these nuances of speech, and then when you're singing, you're going, but I have to sing how I talk, but then I have to go for like everything else, like all my vowels, so there's all these different nuances of things, but when I'm relaxed, I start talking with my deep East Texan accent.
accent. Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah, it gets pretty, and I say yeah a lot, and I should say yes, and it just
Yeah. I
I
get that
feel
way
now,
too. And if you have some of the wine that isn't dry and then you're
right?
comfortable and relaxed, the accent starts to come out. Same with me too. And people will say, "Well, gee, you're originally from New York, Long Island, of course, which is further out east, not the city, but Long Island, which is separate from the city." And they'll say, "Well, gee, you don't really have that, more thicker, heavier New York sound." And it's the same thing. I think probably because I've been on the air so long, so we've been trained. And but I used to say R's a little bit and L's a little bit differently. I think when I was a kid, and sometimes we'll say, if we are comfortable and having a little wine and amongst friends and family, sometimes. But I'm a little bit of a I don't know. I'm a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll, like Donnie and Marie used to sing all the time. Because my father's side is the New York side, and my mother's side is the New England side. And the New England side has its own way of saying certain things. Like I have relatives that say, you know, Hatford instead of Hartford. They'll say,
Oh,
"Yeah, we're going to Hatford." Cape Cod, Cape Cod. The Red Sox. We're going to go see the Red Sox.
love it.
Boston.
Austin.
And I would say Boston. I'll say Boston. But if I'm really super relaxed and, we're having some libation, I might say Boston.
Mhm.
And it gets a little bit more, or uh, coffee. Say no, on air and probably consciously I'll say coffee. But if I'm relaxed, I may say coffee. Not heavy, but
Right, just a little bit.
just a little bit, right? Do you say New Orleans or New Orleans?
Nolans.
New Orleans, not even New Orleans. You
No,
say
it's just
New
one word.
Orleans.
Or we say Nola.
Nola, yes.
Nola.
Right.
Uh,
Dallas. You say Dallas or Dallas?
Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah,
Dallas.
the longer A there, Dallas. And yeah, I'm from Tyler, so it's
Tyler.
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 Well,
How do you say Nashville?
Nashville.
So you say Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville, not
Nashville.
not Nashville.
Not Nashville. No.
Nashville.
Nashville. It's like again that long A, that Nashville.
So how do you say Florida?
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
So that's how they say it in Connecticut and New England too, in Massachusetts. They'll say
Okay.
Florida. I would probably say, and it might be a little bit more of the New York, I'll probably say we're going to Florida.
Okay.
Florida, as opposed to Florida. Yeah, like the R sort of comes in.
Or yeah.
Florida. instead of
Interesting.
Florida. Cool stuff. See, you guys taking notes.
Yeah.
Now we're talking accents and dialects and all this other stuff. Do you have any other household tip for us? I mean, that post-nasal drip tip was outstanding, and the cream cheese bites. Anything other? What should we do?
I did give the tip about the medicine ball tea. That's a good one. And with the peach tranquility and the jade citrus mint with the lemonade and the hot water and the honey. Let's see. Any home tips? Rosemary. So if you have any rosemary oil, if you have a sore muscle and you're not allergic to rosemary, if you rub it on your sore muscles, or even if you have some sort of like osteoporosis or osteoarthritis, you can rub it on the part that hurts. And I promise you, probably give it a few days, and just keep massaging those spots with rosemary oil, and you will feel a difference.
There you go, folks. I mean, you heard it here, another world exclusive on the Jim Masters Show. This is really, really cool. And we'll have to maybe do something together with all of these tips that we've got. And we'll be tip masters with Lacie and Jim.
That is so good.
Let's write that down. Let's write that down. Always write it down. Yeah. You know, I just thought that made me think of something real quick before we head out. I had the pleasure of having, extraordinary music legend Melissa Manchester on the show a couple of weeks ago. And she said, and a couple of other people I've had on concurred, they said the same thing. When you get an inspiring moment when it comes to music,
Uh-oh.
that was inspiring.
Wow.
Just making sure everybody's alert, waking them up. When you get a moment where you're being inspired, something pops into your mind as far as musically, and you don't want that moment to be fleeting and that moment to disappear. What Melissa had said was, when she gets this incredible inspiration, aha moment for a song or what have you, she immediately has to go to the piano, because if she goes to the piano, then she can get it going. She'll start playing it out, and she will grab a tape recorder or whatever she can, and she'll record it and save it. And she said the reason why she does that is because this inspirational moment that came in that gave her an idea for a song or what have you, if she doesn't get it playing, and she doesn't get that recorded and down on tape or whatever fast, the longer you distance yourself from the original inspiration, the more it starts to dissolve and go away, and you don't have that original powerful inspiration. Do you find that sometimes too? Like when you're inspired, whether you're on the instrument or you're just thinking about something, you got to get it recorded and saved immediately? Yes,
because there's been a few instances where I wasn't able to be at an instrument, or I wasn't able to write it down. I'm thinking it over and over and over and in my mind, and I'm going, but wait, oh shoot, I lost one word, and like I might be driving in the car and I'm like, I can't pull over into a McDonald's and write it down. And it's so that's what's so hard about it. But once you have that inspiration, you don't want to let it go. So I do write it down, I type it out, and or if I can write it down at a stoplight if I'm at, if there's one available. But at home, I'll get on my guitar or my keyboard. I usually try with my guitar first, and because that's what my brain is used to.
Right.
But then sometimes it transfers over to keyboard. You have to get it immediately. She's right. Otherwise, it will disappear and it will go quickly. And I mean, it's just like, yes, the inspiration. Oh.
And then gone. And then gone. Exactly. Just want to show you some of the levity before we get to wrap up here. Nice comments coming in. Juanita, South Africa says, great show again, Jim. Thanks. Good night, everyone. Stay safe. Be good. You too, Juanita, as well. And Tess Labella watching Mary in Florida. And Tess, do you say Florida or Florida where you are? Merry Christmas, Lacie. You're beautiful inside and out. Thank you for being our Christmas angel forever in Levity Hall. So enjoyed your visit and conversation. God bless you. Very beautiful, Tess. Eileen Barker in Australia. Wonderful lady, inspired, a big hug, Christmas joy. Friendship is the best gift to all. Ripper. Merry Christmas, Eileen. It's wonderful to have you here in beautiful Australia. One place I haven't been to yet. Well, two, New Zealand and Australia. I'd love to get there. Maybe we'll find ourselves there on a levity junket of sorts. Reenie Katz in the other Midlands of Flushing, Queens, a sparkly night. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, all levities. You as well, Reenie, to the best to you and your family. Kathy Short in Cleveland says a lovely evening tonight. Thank you both. Our pleasure. And Bernadette, Lacie, hoping you and your family have a happy Christmas. Stay safe and stay well. Juanita, amazing show. Thank you, Lacie, for spending time with us and for the beautiful music. Merry Christmas. Love it. Thank you, Juanita. Renee in Iowa. Thank you very much for the beautiful music and sharing of your life tonight, Lacie. Merry Christmas. Some of the guests or some of the viewers were with us when you were here the first time. Some of them are brand new who've joined us since, so they're discovering you for the first time as well. Beautifully said, Renee. And I'm really not kidding. Her aura is pure.
Thank you.
Kathleen Walker says, you are always a delight. This was great. Kathleen was very excited that you were coming on. She was liking everything and posting everything. And she said,
on Facebook, so yeah.
Absolutely. And that's the levity light that's over there, over your head there, which is exactly what it is. And Maureen says, what a wonderful end to this day. Thank you, Jim and Lacie, for making it magical. Our pleasure. Quite a team we are, Lacie and Jim, aren't we? Merry Christmas, Lacie, and cheers to a healthy, happy new year. Stay safe and be well, Lacie. And the name Lacie, is it a family name? Is there any?
No, it just means light. So I guess the light is shining tonight.
It means light. That's it. The light's shining. It is.
There was this lady. Her name was Wanda. And at a FedEx store, I was mailing some goodies to a friend, and she goes, you're just like a light. And I was like, well, my name means light. She goes, that's your new name, Lacie Light.
Lacie Light. Double L. I love that. That's fantastic. Really, really nice. And Christine Clifton in North Carolina says, thanks, Lacie, for spending the evening with us and sharing so many lovely and beautiful songs. Great conversation. You've been a cup of cheers. So fun having you with us again. Happy holidays. Thank you, Christine, as well. We appreciate those wonderful words. And we appreciate you, my friend. Thanks for this spectacular holiday-themed episode, Holiday Cheer, with Jim and Lacie Carpenter here on the show. We have been chatting for almost 3 hours.
I can't believe it.
It never feels that way, right? Does it?
No,
ever?
I don't know what time it is, and I still have to do one more paper for my master's class. Tomorrow.
That's coffee stat. She needs coffee stat. It is 10 to 10 here, so it's 10 to 9 for you. Yep. Yeah.
So we got this.
We did. Yeah. Oh, you got it. You'll nail it. You got it.
We had so much fun. I love being on your show. Anytime. I'm anytime.
Absolutely. And I hope we'll be, the paths will be crossing once we can do all of that and everybody get together, whether it's Texas or up here in the Northeast or Nashville, whatever it may be. That is a plan. We will do that. We'll set that. And Bernadette says, so glad to have you back in Levity Hall again, Lacie. Really, really beautiful. My friend, you have a very Merry Christmas. You and your family, you stay healthy, you stay well, stay productive, keep being you. You're really amazing, and I'm so glad that not only are you a guest on the show, but a friend. And wishing you all the blessings of the holiday and the new year. You and I will be chatting, and you are welcome back anytime, as always, for more fun, inspiration, and levity on the Jim Master Show Live.
Wait to be back, and wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Eat some good food.
Cream cheese bites and chocolate, and well, you gave them all these recipes, and
I gave you all the recipes. Now it's up to y'all to make them. No.
Well, you did say that earlier. We're saying it's, if we want to change or if we want to do anything with our lives, we are the captains of our soul.
Yes, we are.
That's the theme tonight. It might be a new song too, right? You're the captains of your soul. My friend, Merry Christmas. Good night to you. You be well. Stretch those legs.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah. No. Go shake it out. Go shake it out.
Eat and then write a paper.
Eat, write the paper. You do that. You'll nail it. You're the best. Good night, my friend.
Night.
Merry Christmas. We'll talk again soon. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. Fantastic. Didn't you love it? Absolutely. Of course you did, because she's amazing. She's a dear friend of our show. And bye. And Eileen, it's so great to see you here watching our show. We love you in Australia, in the Midlands there. Thanks, Jim. And look at all these emojis. You're amazing, Eileen. And Lacie, God bless. Gang, we had an amazing time, and she was really looking forward to being on the show. I was really looking forward to having her on the show. She's a great spirit, a dear friend. This is her second time on the show. There's been a couple of our guests, Tesla Bella, Lady Bain, Lacie Carpenter, who have returned, and we have done really phenomenal holiday episodes with. And if you missed the one with Tesla Bella, another dear friend, Lady Bain, another dear friend, check those out. Lady Bain and I did these Christmas carols. We were singing along, and it was hilarious. We had such a great time. And Tesla Bella, it was a riot. And of course, having Lacie Carpenter here, and all of the new folks. If you missed the episode we did this afternoon, it was really, really cool. We had about 4 or 5 guests on all at once, and Tony-nominated, Tony-winning actors, and the cast to 2x2 for this really special Actors Fund concert that they're putting on, or actually this whole play, this wonderful 50th anniversary of the historic 2x2, and that's coming up on Christmas Day. They're doing it at 2 p.m. Eastern. Really amazing. So we had 2 shows today, and tomorrow we have, and then we're going to be taking a little bit of a hiatus, a little bit of a holiday break, and we'll be doing some occasional pop-up shows between Christmas and New Year's. So it's time to spend some time with the family and the loved ones. So tomorrow is Wednesday, and we have an amazing guest who was actually with us this afternoon as a viewer. If you want more holiday music and just another incredible spirit, Dawn Durow is here. She's a phenomenal singer and actress, and she has a brand new Christmas song out, and much, much more. And she's here tomorrow, joining us here in Lovety Hall on the Jim Master Show Live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here on YouTube at Jim Masters TV, and also on Facebook, both YouTube and Facebook tomorrow night on Jim Masters TV. Great holiday spirit continuing tomorrow on Wednesday. And then again, we're going to be taking a little bit of a holiday break. So we're going to really look forward to that. So we'll be doing some occasional pop-up shows and some food segments and some Christmas singing and holiday carols and a lot of other cool things for all of you. So be sure, and we'll announce those on Facebook at Jim Masters TV and YouTube at Jim Masters TV as they pop up here and there. They won't be structured. They will be fun shows that we're going to do with all of you. Again, Dawn Durow is with us tomorrow. We can't wait to have her here. She's all excited. And we thank once again our dear friend, Lacie Carpenter, wonderful, extraordinary violinist. She's a multi-instrumentalist, actually, and an author and so much more. Amazing. Wishing you the best of the holidays, of course. There's the tree in New York City. from yours truly, Santa Claus or Kris Kringle. And again, here's when I played Santa in New York City. I was emceeing a concert at a concert hall in Manhattan, and I was asked to also be the Santa Claus. So we did both, sort of double duty. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a beautiful day today, and I hope your holiday season, here comes Christmas, just a couple of days away. And I hope it's really been a very unusual year, a very different year in so many different ways. But hopefully this show is providing a source of inspiration, positivity, information building, knowledge building, and some cool times together. This show has turned into something that goes way beyond my wildest dreams. We work very, very hard behind the scenes to do all these shows, these extensive shows with all this production value and all the content and all the levity and viewer interaction and great guests and everything else. And sometimes we've been doing 2 shows a day. Wow. And, but it's been terrific and it's been amazing. It's made 2020, which has not been one of the greatest years on the planet, a little bit more digestible, hasn't it? And a little bit sweeter, and all the wonderful conversations we've had and all the inspiration and all the levity and the music and the sharing and everything we've done here on this show, incredible guests and on location and all the different things we've done. We're going to be doing some more on location segments during the Christmas to New Year's week. So look for that. And again, tomorrow we have Dawn Duro, brilliant actress and singer, joining us tomorrow. And then we're going to be taking a little bit of a holiday break because it's going to be coming up to Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and all. But we will be doing some cool pop-up shows. We invite you to join us. We'll announce those on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll have some really cool things, some host chats and food and all kinds of some surprises, some on location, all centered around the holidays as we get ready to experience the new year together. So we'll be around. We won't be doing it every day or every night because we want to spend some time with the family and enjoy the holidays and our vacation. But we will be here on the show sharing with you. So we'll announce those times as they develop. Bulletins, film at 11 and bulletins at once. All right, gang, this was beautiful. Thanks for all the comments, all the levity, all the inspiration, all the humor. We like to have a lot of fun here on the show. The show is really something quite unique here online, and it's a blessing to have all of you here watching, and you encourage me as much as you say I encourage you and all the guests as well. Really something that we've got special here. We're going to be doing a couple of cool things too. We're going to be doing some holiday poetry, some food segments and other things as we go through the holidays together. So look for that. And again, we'll announce all that on Facebook and on YouTube, and hope you guys will be here as you can be. Of course, do spend some time with your loved ones. I know a lot of people aren't getting together with the extended families as we normally would, or if the families are very far away, people are just hunkering down because of the current situation. And whatever it is, I wish you all the blessings of the holiday and the joys of the holiday. Best of health. Again, we're here tomorrow. Gonna have a beautiful show tomorrow. Really looking forward to it. I'm officially actually on vacation from my professional work. I have a couple of radio shows actually that I have to do on Monday in the afternoon in my professional work on Close Up Radio and everywhere else. But we're actually on vacation right now. So loving it. And it's good to have you here with us while we do these broadcasts for you. And don't forget, as we always say, to smile and share the smile from, I guess, what people are saying is Mr. Rogers for grown-ups. I can't believe that. I love that. That was really a beautiful comment that person said. Smile as often as you can, not just during the holiday time, but beyond. It's very contagious. It's a good kind of contagious, smiling. Don't forget to share the levity. That's right. We sort of created it here by accident. Well, this show always had that positive nature, but the word levity was by accident, but it's really turned into something extraordinary here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Don't forget to find your Zen place. My Zen place is the ocean. As far as a physical place, I like to be near or in the ocean. Of course, the ultimate is being with family and friends. That's very, very important. Family and friend time is essential. and then other things, music and writing and producing and tennis and all kinds of cool things like that. And of course, my work in my career in television and radio and multimedia. Love it all. And that's another Zen place for me, is when I'm doing my thing that I love so much professionally in the industry at so many different places. Love it, love it, love it. And hopefully you're doing things in your life that inspire others and that fill your cup as well. Kathy Short says, thanks, Jim, for another fabulous night. It's always a pleasure to tune in. Cheers to an enjoyable evening. You as well. Lacie has that paper. She's got that paper to get done. So she's going to have a little din-din. And then she's going to be doing her paper. You have a good night, Kathy. We'll be here tomorrow with wonderful actress and singer Dawn DeRoe. She's all excited. Tesla Bella, your show is pure love, just like you, Mr. Levity. Thank you always. Thank you, Tess. Love it. We loved your name tonight, too. Tess La Bella. Tess La Bella. It's a really cool name. Lacie liked it, too. You are off until January 4th, after tomorrow or Thursday. Same here. I'm officially off now. Just have 2 radio shows I have to do, but we can do them here out of the house. So we are off and on vacation, and it's the first time I've actually been, I think it's the first time I've had any time off this year. So it's nice. And this is my favorite time. One of my favorite. I like summer too, to take time off. But the Christmas week, we always take Christmas week and New Year's week off, and family time and everything. It's really important. So you have a good night, Renee. And Bernie was here too earlier. That's cool. Good to see Bernie. Good to see so many people here joining us. Have a great night, Jim. Good night, all. Kathleen, yes, I will give you a quick call on Christmas Eve. As I had mentioned, you stay well. Glad you're enjoying the shows, my friend. Bernadette says, thank you, Jim, for another excellent show. What a treat. Everyone, please stay safe, stay well. XX, wishing you all a blessed and happy Christmas and holidays. You as well, Bernadette. Eileen Barker, there in the Midlands, east of Perth in Western Australia. Thanks, Jim. And Lacie, God bless. Eileen, you as well. We love you. I know you've been following me for years on social media, on the YouTube channel and Facebook and everywhere else. And I really appreciate that. And you are quite a special person there in Australia. We love having you here, chiming in whenever you can. And Bernadette says, so glad to have you back in Lovely Hall again, Lacie. Absolutely. Maureen says, what a wonderful end to this day. Thank you, Jim and Lacie, for making it magical. You as well. Merry Christmas, Lacie. Cheers to a healthy, happy new year. You as well. Kathy, I'm really feeling the levity tonight. I pray everyone stays safe and well. We wish all of that for all of you. If this show has done anything for you, I know, when you hear entertainment shows, sometimes you think it's just entertainment. We'll sing a song, we'll entertain, and then we go away. But this show seems to have so much more. It's late. So much more of a deeper meaning. We've got all the entertainment and frivolity and levity and all the cool things and knowledge building and all the other stuff that talk shows give you, and lots of chatting and talking. It's funny because sometimes when we're talking with the guest, I'll see people say, are they going to sing? Play the music, get them to sing. We usually like to talk with the guests first because we're introducing them to you or to others who aren't aware of that guest. So, we like to have the conversations with the guest. And then if they're going to perform or they're going to sing, we'll have that happen as well. So it's a full circle situation with conversation and entertainment, levity, and whatever else happens, because we don't script this. There's a certain formatic to the show, but this is all ad lib. This is all happening as it's happening. And the guests seem to love that. They love the fact that they don't have to memorize anything or rehearse questions. And I don't have pre-scripted interview questions. I do interviewing in my professional world, but I don't even call this an interview. I call this a show, like a TV show, and a conversation. And you guys just happen to be here. Like wonderful Maureen says, I'm really feeling the levity tonight. I pray everyone stays safe and well. Well, with you here, it's a lovely night, and we love it, Maureen. Have a good night, Bernie. Thanks for joining us as well. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you as well. And I'm sure you're enjoying all of Renee's incredible cooking. I've seen pictures of her amazing recipes. You're very lucky, Bernie, you and your family. The best to the Uskums of Iowa. Christine Clifton, thanks, Jim, for another show full of holiday merriment and cheer with Lacie. Good night, Jim and Lovities, holiday levity. I bet you're doing a lot of cooking and baking too, there with your mom, getting ready for the holidays. It's a busy week of cooking and baking and wrapping and, doing whatever we can to keep that holiday spirit. And thanks, Jim, for another fabulous night. It's always a pleasure to tune in. Cheers to an enjoyable evening. Thank you very, very much. It has heart. Thank you very much, Tess. Again, this is an extraordinary experience that happens every day here live on the Jim Masters Show Live. Back in April, I turned on the lights. The set was even more bare. I just put some things together, turned on the lights, just started talking to the camera because I do that for a living. And then all of a sudden, people started on Facebook noticing it and YouTube and just started watching and then commenting. And it just started, we didn't solicit anything. I just turned the lights on and started saying, hi, I'm Jim Masters and this is what I do and blah, 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 and this is what we're going to do. And we used to call it, I think in the beginning it was just called Jim Masters Live. And now it's the Jim Masters Show Live. So we even expanded the name a little bit and just grew everything from there, the sets and everything. And it's just been really cool, really amazing. And some of the letters that I get, I have a big box that is over here that just arrived from Florida, from wonderful Mary Bishop. It's a big box. Have no idea what's in it because we just got it from the post office late before the 4:00 show. We had a 4 p.m. show today as well with our amazing guests. The cast of 2 by 2 were on. The box is sitting there, so we're going to open up that box. And then we'll tell you what's in that box tomorrow and thank Mary for whatever the treats are in that box. Didn't have to do that. Lovely Mary Bishop, but we really appreciate that. It's such a beautiful thing. You all spoil me as much as I hopefully spoil all of you, and it has heart. Thank you, gang. You guys want to hear from Aunt Marion again, our wonderful Aunt Marion, who has been wrapping some of these shows with her Mr. Levity Holiday Cheer. We'll throw her in again. And Bow, you've created a community and family of Levities. Thank you very much, Bernadette. It's you're always here, and I really appreciate that. And we have so many incredible things planned with this show. This is really consuming a good amount of my time, and for good reasons, because there's some very big things that we have that hopefully will involve all of you that we're doing with this show. Again, I do this work for a living, so I'm treating this show like it is part of my professional work, as opposed to just popping on and just saying, hey, what's up? Here we go. All right. Like 10 minutes and that's it. I'm actually treating this as an extension of the work that I do. And hopefully that comes across and hopefully that is realized. And we really are pouring a lot of energy and time and things into the show and have a lot of plans for it. So try to make it every day as best as we can and look and sound and content and authenticity and everything else. And we have a lot more we're going to be doing with it. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. And hopefully you'll keep coming back for more and telling everybody you'll know and love about this amazing experience here, this community we've created. Like Lacie, already said, I want to come back on the show. Every guest wants to come back. You guys keep coming back every day. And that really, I think, is phenomenal, really beautiful. I look forward to seeing all your names. When I see all the names, the regulars and the new names, and then people who will come on maybe because there's a guest that they'd like, and they'll come on and they'll sample the show, and then they love what they saw, and then they stick with the show, and then you get all these new names. I think it's fantastic. And then there's a lot of people who watch who never comment, which is perfectly fine. You are not obligated at all to comment in order to be a lovety or to be on the show. I mean, these are the super loveties like Renee. I mean, they're not only commenting, but there's communication off air, and they're tagging, they share, they have watch parties, they share the links. They're really working hard to grow this show that they love so much. And I really, really thank all of you for doing that. And I notice it and I appreciate it. And I want to personally thank each and every one of you for doing that. I think sometimes people aren't thanked enough for what they do. You have another one coming, but not till after Christmas, according to you, SPS. Oh my God, Renee. Oh my God, I can't. From you, I can only imagine what that's going to be. Cannot wait. Yeah, we were at the post office today picking up Mary Bishop's package and a ton of mail, Christmas cards and all this stuff. And the mail they said the mail is extraordinarily slow this year, that a lot of mail is delayed. We sent packages to Florida and cards and everything, and they still haven't received them. They sent north. We still haven't received them. Mary Bishop mailed her big box, and it looked like the postage was like $25. 10 days ago. It just got here today. 10 days ago. It probably will get faster to Ireland, Switzerland, 10 days ago. But they did say that it's COVID, of course, COVID. There's limited staff. They're overworked. They work very hard. God bless them at the post office and everywhere else, UPS, FedEx. They are really getting it done. If you know anybody that works in any of those jobs, and just think about it, their exposure to packages and COVID and things of that nature, they're working really, really, really hard at the post office. And again, all the delivery services. I mean, they're delivering the vaccines, FedEx and US and UPS and all the others. So God bless them all, and all the frontline workers and first responders and everybody who's all of us in our own way are working hard to get through all of this together. So the mail is really, really slow. So if you mailed something I just mailed a few things out today, and they won't get them by Christmas either. So you'll get them during the Christmas, New Year's week, right? You'll get them hopefully within 2020. Thank you, Jim Tess. Thank you very, very much. You're a godsend as well. Kathleen Walker, your package was supposed to be there today. Dang, dang post office. I can actually hear you saying that with the New York accent too. Dang post office. Hope you get it by Christmas. I will let you know. Well, I'll speak to you on Christmas Eve, but I will let you know. And if not, then, we'll get it after. It'll be a nice post Christmas gift, I thank you, Kathleen. You definitely didn't have to do that. Very beautiful of you. Bernadette says, "Oh, Jim, you make it easy to want to support you. Hugs." Thank you very much, Bernadette. And Ann Wozniak, the wonderful Ann Wozniak. Those amazing chocolate-covered pecans are all gone. Those were extraordinary. I've never had chocolate-covered pecans as good as those. That story that you said about how your family had the pecan trees and you used to, bring the pecans to that wonderful place, that farm, the place that made the plantation, the farm, whatever, that makes those chocolate. And that the money from that when you were kids would be what you would use to buy the Christmas gifts. That heartwarming story, and spectacular. Those were delicious. And thank you for sending that. They're gone. They didn't last very long. They were too good. Those are the ones you sort of, some had more of a savory, and the other ones were dark chocolate and milk chocolate and everything. I better wrap, because if I talk about food, you guys are going to get going on the food. Let me just say thank you again. And those were amazing. And good night to you as well. We'll be here tomorrow. You'll have to eat it after Christmas. You'll have to eat it after Christmas if you have to. LOL. I could. You mean you didn't get me a jumper, sweater? The box, I have to eat what's in the box after Christmas. So then on Christmas Day, we'll have to eat light. So whatever is in that box, we'll make sure we have room in the stomach to eat it. And whatever is in that big box sitting over there from Mary Bishop from Florida, big box sitting there, we will open it up and do the reveal. I like to do the reveals and the thank yous on the air. We will do the reveal and the thank you tomorrow. All right. Is that, this is funny. I have an accent. Slight, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful, Kathleen. All right, gang, we're good, right? You're good. Everybody good? Everybody, it looks like we're going to do a roll call. I see all the names and then some new faces. I hope you guys return. Keep telling everybody about the show and spreading the word and subscribing to that YouTube channel, which I know all of you who are there pretty much have done that. We thank you. We say it a lot of times to the new folks who are watching, who haven't, as we grow that. We just hit an extraordinary and very important milestone with the YouTube channel that really helps the show and will allow us to do many more incredible, cool things with the show. So that's why we mentioned the subscribing on the YouTube channel, because it really helps the show continue to grow and expand. Facebook as well, the Facebook page too, liking the page, absolutely. But definitely that YouTube channel. We just hit a major, big and very important milestone that we've worked very hard on, and it's really, really cool. So thanks to all who have helped us with that and everybody else too. It's been really, really incredible. So I think we're good, right? I think we've wrapped up a really nice evening here, and we've had a wonderful time with all of you. And I'll stop talking so I have some things to say tomorrow. Love you guys. You take care. You be well. Best of the holidays, as always. We'll be here tomorrow. And if you have a suggestion for a guest, feel free to send us an email to the show's address, jimmasterstv@gmail.com, jimmasterstv@gmail.com. If you have some ideas of folks that you think would be great guests, maybe people that you know who do wonderful things. They don't all have to be musicians or performers or actors or anything of the sort. They can be good people, just good people doing good things. We have amazing guests booked for January. Really amazing guest book for January. We're really excited about that, from all walks of life too, and really cool people coming on. So we look forward to that. So there's jimmasterstv@gmail.com. If you have guest inquiries, people that you'd like to bring aboard or hopefully will hop aboard, feel free to tell people. And also, we are doing a fun thing on our YouTube channel and on Facebook on the show on Jim Masters TV. If you would like to make a video as an MP4, the service we use, the streaming service, so we can air them, prefers MP4s. If you want to make a quick, fun video, just telling us why you love the Jim Masters Show live and how much it means to you, you can make the video like on your phone or laptop or tablet. You can send it to jimmasterstv@gmail.com, jimmasterstv@gmail.com. Several people have already done that. We're going to start airing those very soon. So if you'd like to be on the Jim Masters Show live, put together a video. Doesn't have to be a holiday video. Matter of fact, it would actually be better if it isn't, so we can also air it in 2021. Just tell us some things that you love about the show and the feeling you get from the show and the experiences you've had, all the levity and everything. And we will air those in the future coming up on episodes of the Jim Masters Show live. So if you want to be on the show, make a quick video, however you can make it. Again, if you can be an MP4 format, that's the best, because we can just, play it immediately. But thank you so very much to those of you who have already sent in. Really, guests have done it. Viewers are doing it. Lovities, some really beautifully done videos. They don't have to be fancy. You don't have to be in a studio or any of that. Just could be you on a couch, just you talking to camera, or by a tree or whatever you want to do. So if you want to do that, your chance to be on the Jim Masters Show live and express to us what the show means to you. We're sort of collecting those now, and we're going to start to eventually share those with our worldwide audience. Feel free to do that. We would love that, and we really appreciate that. Send in some videos, and you could be there with your pet if you want, or your child, or your grandma, or just you. You could be by the piano or whatever it may be. All right, gang, we're going to wrap up. Soraya, good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us on the show. Hope you have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Jim Masters Show Live. All right, gang, a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you from all of us here at the Jim Masters Show Live. 3 hours and 18 minutes of content. We've been on the air since 4 today. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6.5 hours. You know, somebody suggested that we should take some of these shows, if not all of them, and put them in the Guinness Book of World Records for online shows or something. Good idea. Good idea. We may have to do that. For those, many of you that are still watching, we say thank you for all the loyalty and the time spent with us this evening, or good morning if you're Eileen in Australia. And we will see you tomorrow right here on the Jim Masters Show Live. It's the holiday season, and we're celebrating it together with all of you, and it's absolutely beautiful. Good night, gang. Good day, gang. We'll see you tomorrow on the Jim Masters Show Live. This is your host, Jim Masters, thanking you for your time this time till next time. We'll see you tomorrow. Love you all. And thanks for all the levity. It's really, really cool. From your Mr. Rogers for grown-ups. I appreciate it. Good night, all. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.